Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, what is going on? Welcome, one and all to the NCAA Men's Basketball Championship game. This is the end of the road, the final game of the NCAA season. That's it. No more college basketball after this, guys. Then we're going to go straight into the NBA season. What's going on, Robert Zamora? Good to have you in here, my friend. What's going on to those of you who are watching right now? So, I don't know what to expect. Another day, guys, where I don't know what to expect out of college basketball. It's not the same as college football. College football, you know you're going to get something different. Well, I know for a fact that we're going to get something different here today. So, all right, y'all, a lot to talk about. They're recapping the games that we saw on Saturday. We covered both of the games on this channel here on Saturday, so why don't we do a little bit of a recap as well. So last time we were live, it was the game on Saturday, the two games on Saturday, the Florida Gators versus the Auburn Tigers. Florida won that game, and it came down to the wire. It was a really good game. At the end of it all, though, the Florida Gators did end up winning that one. Then, after that, Houston went head-to-head. Houston went head-to-head against Duke. And that game, Duke was projected to win by 5. And with 33 seconds left to go in the game, Houston was actually down by 3 points with 33 seconds left to go. Then there was a really questionable call that was a foul in the middle of a free throw, which I don't think was a legitimate foul. But, hey, it got called against Cooper Flagg, and so Houston got to go to the stripe. And, again, 33 seconds left to go in the game. Houston was down by 3. They came back to win by 3 at the end of it all. Just crazy stuff. They're saying it was one of the best comebacks in all of college basketball history. I thought so too. So what's going on? OnlyFan22 AXCT. Let's go. He says, let's go Coogs. What's up, Leola? Saying hello. Good to have you, Leola. Welcome. Fist bumps to you. Rock on. I love this channel, buddy. What's up, Flying J? How you doing? Good to have y'all in here. Rock on, ladies and gentlemen. Let's do this. We got a lot to talk about. Got some new graphics today for y'all as well, which is always fun. But before we get to the new graphics, let's get to the meat and potatoes of all of this and start by breaking down the home. We'll start by breaking down the away team. So, this is the starters. These are the starters today for the Houston Cougars. Houston today, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be the starting lineup for this squad. I'm going to try to get out of the way a little bit here. Jawan Roberts, Joseph Tugler, Emmanuel Sharp, L.J. Cryer, and Milos Uzan. Now, these guys, Milos Uzan, these guys, they are not the most high-scoring bunch of people, although I will say L.J. Cryer is one of the highest scoring players that I've ever had a chance to watch, and I did like basketball. I do like basketball. College basketball, admittedly, is a little bit new to me, but I watched just the one game this past Saturday, and I saw L.J. Cryer ball out. This dude is an absolute machine. Not just him. Jawan Roberts had a pretty good game as well. Tugler showed up a little bit late. He got 5 points. Emmanuel Sharp put up some points. We're going to talk about all of this. Now, if Houston wants to win today, yes, L.J. Cryer is going to need to ball out, but he doesn't have to ball out. What I really like about this unit is that if you look at their past, they are all capable of scoring. They're all capable of hurting you offensively, and the bigger thing is the fact that they don't even have to score that many points because their defense is that good. How good is that defense? Well, let's just break it down, shall we? Offensively, y'all, the color coding helps because, 360-something teams, it's hard to say with any, if I say, yeah, they rank 100th, what does that really mean? Well, 100th is actually pretty good. They've got some categories where they're pretty successful, a couple in the top 150, but really defensively is what we want to look at. Look at this defense for Houston on the right side of your screen. Points per game allowed through the regular season, less than 60 points per game allowed. You don't need to score very many. You can put up 74 points and win if you're only giving up 58. It's basic math, guys. Field goal percentage per game allowed. They allow their opponents to just 15%. That is real, by the way. Those are real numbers. During the regular basketball season, their opponents were only scoring on 15% of their shots. That's insane, y'all. That is pretty crazy. So, soak in those numbers. Look at this defensively. Understand that today, the Florida Gators, while they do have Walter Clayton Jr., this is going to be a very difficult task for the Florida Gators to get. And this is the first time since 1984 that the Houston Cougars have made it all the way to this championship game. Since Phi Slamma Jamma, since the day of Clyde Drexler, since the days of Olajuwon. Oh, yeah, this goes way, way back. Let's take a look at some of the comments out here. We got Robert checking in, saying hello to everyone out there. What up, Father Time? Dude, I haven't seen you since last season. What up, Father Time? Good to have you in here. We got Ryan in the house. Florida needs to play their best game. They need to make sure that the rebound box, that they get the rebound, box their opponents, and they get the rebounds, box their opponents out, and make smart shots. That is what Ryan Wolf had to say, reading Ryan's comments over here. Lou Hefner, our boy. What up, Lou? What up, Big Lou? How you doing, big dog? Let's go. It's going to be a good day. Championship game right here, right now. So that is the breakdown, y'all. Once again, these are the starters out here. Jawan Roberts, Joseph Tugler, Emmanuel Sharp, LJ Cryer at shooting guard, and your point guard, Milos Uzan. Head coach will be Kelvin Sampson. That is your starting lineup today for the Houston Cougars. Now, on the other side here, on the other side of the court, we've got the home team. And the home team, these Florida Gators are, thanks, dude, appreciate you, Lou. These Florida Gators are no joke, man. Let's break this down a little bit more granularly. Well, let me introduce the starters, right? We'll start with the starters. Good place to start, I would think. Ruben Chinyalu. This guy, he is the real deal as well. He's actually had a pretty quiet day. He had a pretty quiet day on Saturday, but at 6'10", 255 pounds, out of Nigeria, this dude has the height to make things difficult for any offense. Alex Condon, going to be the power forward, the man out of Australia. Will Richard, small forward. Your shooting guard will be Elijah Martin. And probably the best scorer, arguably the best offensive player in this entire country right now is this point guard, Walter Clayton Jr. Guys, he is so good. And we're going to break all of that down here as we get closer and closer to tip-off time. Tip-off is scheduled for 7:50 p.m. Central Standard Time, so we've still got about 25 minutes. There is no rush right now. Get your popcorn ready, guys. Grab your beer, buckle in, get. What was I going to say? I was going to say strap on, but that doesn't sound right. Strap up, strap in, buckle in, whatever. Let's move on. Let's keep going, shall we? All right, guys, here we go. Let's take a look at the stats. Let's do the stats, the breakdown here. A bit of a different story, right? Because we saw deep, dark green over here for the Houston side. This time we see that deep, dark pattern on the offensive side for the Florida Gators. They average 85 points per game. Now, when you average 85 points per game, but your opponent only gives up 58 points per game, this is going to make for interesting basketball. Field goal percentage, they're pretty good, 55% from the floor. Three-pointers made per game, they average about 10 threes per game. A lot of them coming from this man right here, Walter Clayton Jr. He's an absolute baller, and we're going to get into his stats here as well. Assists per game, guys, they rank 43rd in college basketball. All of them, everything offensively inside the top 50, including 3rd in college basketball when it comes to total rebounds per game. That does include both offensive and defensive rebounds. You dig? Cool. Okay, on the other side defensively, no, they don't have any yellow or orange or red spots over here. Not everything is inside the top 50, but the point is that they are inside of the top 100 in every single defensive category, which is still respectable here. You can see that none of the colors taper off too much. Points per game allowed. Defensively, they give up less than 70 points per game. Success rate to opponents at 45%. So, big drop off there. Big drop off there. I'm going to have to double check one of those stats here just to make sure that everything was right. Anyways, early day, guys. We're still just getting started right now. Everyone's going to be looking for the games until the games actually get shut down. Hopefully, we get a lot more people that join us during this live stream. It's still a little bit early. Hey, it's bright enough outside you can actually see the... Okay. What's up, Mr. Green? How you doing? Mr. Green checking in. Back for the natty. Let's effing go. Let's effing go, Mr. Green. AXCT, good to have you in here as well. Christina saying Casey's birthday looked fun. Tell her I said hello. Yes. Yes, happy birthday to Casey as well. I know that's a little bit late. We're 5 days late to that, but happy birthday, Casey. Shout out to you, Lou. Thanks for checking in, buddy. All right, let's take a look at these players a little closer. Before we do that, we'll do the quick head-to-head comparison between both of these. These are both of the teams kind of their overall view here. The overall look here, points per game, offensively, 85.4 points per game versus the 74 points per game. Advantage, Florida Gators. 3-point attempts made per game, almost 10 for Florida, 8.2 for Houston. Advantage, Florida Gators. Field goal percentage, 55% versus 52%. Again, advantage, Florida Gators. You're going to see the pattern here. Advantage on every side for the Florida Gators, at least from an offensive standpoint here. Assists per game, 15 assists per game. That's an advantage for Florida. And 41, almost 42 total rebounds per game. Advantage for Florida. Now, that doesn't mean much, right? So you will get a lot more rebounds. And I'm going to break this down too, right? You will get a lot more rebounds when you get to shoot a lot more shots. You get to shoot a lot more shots when you don't take the full shot clock to get your shot off. The Houston Cougars will force the Florida Gators to use the entirety of that clock. I can almost guarantee you guys that they are not going to be getting 40-plus rebounds today. And it's going to be closer to 35, I think, if Houston can limit the number of shots that the Florida Gators put up. Okay. So, before I go any further, a little sneak peek into some of the things we will be covering later on in this season. A little sneak peek into what we're going to be doing for basketball, hopefully on this channel, maybe on a different channel, but let's just go ahead and show you guys. So this is the Western Conference in the NBA across the league right now for all of you ballers that are out there. Top 8 spots get into the playoffs. The bottom 2 are on the outside looking in. Oklahoma City Thunder, the Houston Rockets, the Lakers, the Nuggets at number 4, the LA Clippers at number 5, Golden State at 6, Minnesota Timberwolves at 7, and the Memphis Grizzlies at number 8. You've got Sacramento Kings and the Dallas Mavericks at 9 and 10 trying to fight their way in. So this is what the Western Conference looks like right now. OKC, Houston Rockets on top. Yeah, guys, over the Lakers, over Golden State, over Denver. It is great to see that, like, these guys have just never fallen off. Like, you've got teams that just never fall off. Lakers are always one of them. Golden State, California basketball. West Coast basketball is something different. You got all 3 of the California teams in the playoffs right now. So we're looking at a possible we're looking at a possibility of seeing one of those guys get to the actual championship game, but we'll cover that later. Eastern Conference is as follows right now, y'all. Cleveland Cavaliers at number 1 in the East. Yes, the beasts in the East right now are the Cleveland Cavaliers without LeBron James, believe that or not. Boston Celtics in at number 2. The New York Knicks at number 3 in the East. Indiana Pacers coming in at number 4, and the Milwaukee Bucks at number 5. Detroit Pistons keeping Michigan sports relevant. Coming in at number 6. Orlando Magic at number 7, and the Atlanta Hawks at number 8. Now, over here, Chicago Bulls at 9, Miami Heat at number 10. Those guys on the outside looking in have not made the cut. Not the point of today's game. Just thought I would bring that up, and we'll talk about that later on. We can talk more basketball here in a few. We can talk more NBA later, but for now, let's cover what we are here to watch today. So let's go back to the home team, or the away team. We're going to take a look at J'Wan Roberts, Joseph Tugler, Emmanuel Sharp, LJ Cryer, and Milos Uzan just a little bit closer before tip-off here. And we'll start by taking a look. At J'Wan Roberts. So, J'Wan Roberts, I'm going to get out of the way one more time here for you guys. Take a look at his numbers during the regular season. J'Wan Roberts during the regular season averaging 30 minutes per game. He's actually getting less time right now in the playoffs for a starter, which isn't usual, right? During the playoffs, you would expect your starters to get more time, not less time. With the less time, it has resulted in one less point on average during the postseason. And those in gray over here are all of J'Wan Roberts' numbers for the postseason. In red, regular season. Same thing will be applicable as we move forward on these player breakdowns. But he has improved in assists per game in the postseason, rebounds per game, steals per game. He's getting active in other areas outside of scoring. Part of the reason why he hasn't scored as much isn't just the fact that he has less playing time, but if you look at it down here, he's also got a lower shot percentage and a lower shot rating right now. So let's see if J'Wan Roberts can right the ship today. Let's see, do I have one of his prop bets up? I think I've got one of his prop bets. That's LJ Cryer, J'Wan Roberts. Prop bets scrolling by at the bottom for you guys right here, right now. Rebounds over, under on the rebounds for him today. 6.5. Will J'Wan Roberts get 6.5 rebounds today? Well, I think that's very much possible. I do think that J'Wan Roberts can get 6 rebounds today. Why do I think that? Let me pull up these stats here. J'Wan Roberts, last game against Duke, he did have 12 rebounds. So, yes, he was very active on the boards. 12 rebounds last game against Duke. Before that, against Tennessee, he did not get very active on the boards. And the game before that, he had another 12 rebounds. So, pretty volatile when it comes to being able to crash the boards and get the ball off the glass. But he did a great job against Duke. Part of the reason that they were able to win that game in the Final Four was because they were able to get the basketball back and limit the second chance opportunities that Duke is known for getting. So, J'Wan Roberts, that's a quick little breakdown for him. Now, the man that we really want to take a look at right now is this one here, LJ Cryer. Now, LJ Cryer is the best player on this team. Without a doubt, there's no arguing that. It's not like it's arguable. You can see it right here, 18 points per game. The dude's putting up 18 points per game, all of his numbers. You want to talk about a man who can turn it up in the postseason? Just look at those numbers. There's, again, no denying that. Everything in that gray column has improved except for the field goal percentage, but it is so marginal. It's less than 1/10%. It's 1/10% of a difference. So, honestly, that could just have easily just been a wash, right? Like, so I would just say that it is a wash. Overall, just completely stepped it up during this postseason. LJ Cryer on a tear. Y'all, 34 minutes per game in the postseason, 18, almost 19 points per game, 3 assists as well per game. He's getting to the rim. He's getting rebounds per game. He's stealing the basketball. More than a steal per game is what he's averaging. He's even blocking better during the postseason. So pretty good to see those numbers go up. The shots on the three-point line have also gone up. So I expect LJ Cryer to have himself a day here. Let's see. I think I've got his stats as well. So LJ Cryer, over under his prop bets today, 16.5 points. 3-pointers made, over under 2.5. Last week, y'all, or last week, I'm talking about football things again. On Saturday in the Final Four, he played 40 minutes. He played the entire game. He did not come off the court once, y'all. Think about that. He played the entire game. Not once was he off the court. 40 minutes, all 40 minutes, he played. 8 of 14 from the floor, 57% field goal. 6 3-pointers made in that game against Duke. Y'all, he absolutely went off. There was no containing him last week. There really was no containing him last week. Let me blow this up just a little bit bigger here. 26 points, in case you were wondering. So, yes, averaging 18 points per game, 26 points in that game against Duke in the Final Four in order for this team to be here today. Houston, LJ Cryer, definitely someone to pay attention to today. The other person that I really want to focus on, and I've got one of these slides for every one of the starters. The other person I really want to focus on is Milos Uzan. Now, there's nothing wrong with Milos Uzan, but I don't like how sheepish he looked at the start of the game. You want something a little different. You want a little more killer instinct here out of your point guard, I would think. You would want your point guard to just be a little bit more aggressive coming out. That game against Duke, he was not good, guys. He was 30% from the floor. He missed 7 of 10 shots, only making 3 of his shots against Duke in a huge game. He went 1 of 4 from beyond the arc, so 25% three-point shooting. Those numbers are going to have to get better. Not once did he go to the stripe. He didn't shoot any free throws. He wasn't aggressive enough in the paint. He was just out there to, I guess, rebound. He didn't even have – he had 2 assists, so not a good game from him last time, the last outing against Duke. They did win the game, but it was not because of Milos Uzan. It was 100% because of LJ Cryer. And when we look at his numbers, he has just been better during the regular season the entire way through. Everything about the regular season for him, except for the three-point shot, has gone down or stayed the same in the postseason. Now, if it could stay the same, that's fine. But if you're playing more minutes, you're playing more time, you would want to see that points per game number go up, even if it's just a slight increase right there. That's Milos Uzan. That's your point guard here for this starting lineup. We talked about LJ Cryer. We talked about Juwan Roberts. We talked about Emmanuel Sharp. No, we talked about Juwan Roberts, LJ Cryer, and we talked about Milos Uzan. We've still got Joseph Tugler and Emmanuel Sharp to talk about, so let's get into those. Okay. Joseph Tugler. These numbers are also interesting because very similar. Now, his numbers went up significantly during the postseason here. Just double check here. Make sure my numbers are correct. And this one is not. So we're going to step away from this one. This stat board is a little off as I read that. Let's go ahead and shut this one down. We're going to get into Emmanuel Sharp. Let's take a look into Emmanuel Sharp's numbers. Santino, if you're out there and you want to help a brother out, you've got access to that file if you want to update it if you're watching. Okay, if not, that's fine. It's really no big deal. Let's move on. We were talking to Emmanuel Sharp over here for these Houston Cougars. This man right here, he's a dog. He averages 12 points per game during the regular season, and during the postseason, he's stepped it up a little bit here as well. A few more minutes, 10% increase in minutes from 27 minutes to 30 minutes per game. Points per game, he's averaging almost 14 points per game, a 2-point increase right there. Assists, rebounds have not really improved too much during the postseason. Blocks per game remained the same, and he's shot better during the regular season. The pressure mounts pretty high, man. I could imagine what pressure these guys have to be feeling out here. This guy's a junior. I don't know that Emmanuel Sharp would be drafted into the NBA with just those numbers. Maybe as a senior next year, he might have, and you know, if Houston wins this game right here, that could change things. I don't want to speak too soon. But if we take a look at those numbers, they're not bad. He is the second highest scorer on this team. He is the second highest scorer on this team, and I think he should have a pretty good outing as well. I don't think I have any prop bets for him today, but we'll have those prop bets scrolling by as the day goes on. National anthem being sang right now, ladies and gentlemen. You're not missing any of the action. If you're still with me, you're watching Football Nation. I am your host. My name is Mario Manuel, and I appreciate you guys being here with me. By the way, to whoever just subscribed, thank you for watching and thank you for subscribing. Here's a fist bump. Boom. Let's go. How's everybody doing out there? Let's take a look at this chat room and see if we've got any comments. Check it in right now. Brent Lloyd checking in saying, what's up with you, brother? What's up with you, Brent? How you doing, sir? We've got Fred Villarreal saying, hola, Mario, and S.A. Fred here from San Antonio. What up, Freddie? How you doing, Fred? Good to have you in here. We've got Marius Owens. Hey, he comes back next year. He'll average 20 points at least, says Marius Owens. What up, Marius? How you doing, homie? Good to have you guys in here. Hey, guys, if this is your first time watching, my name is Mario Manuel. You're watching Football Nation, and yes, you are watching basketball on Football Nation. It's going to happen during the offseason. We're going to cover the playoffs during the NBA. And then, we're just going to continue doing our thing. Shout out to Big Bird. He's saying, what's good, Mario? Good to see you. Good to see you, Big Bird. Good to have you in here. All right, y'all. We're doing a breakdown of these teams before this game gets started, before tip-off. We just talked about all of the starters for the Houston Cougars. This is the starting lineup of the technically away team, although they are playing in San Antonio, which is 3 hours away from Houston. On the other side, down the court, second time watching. What up, Brenda Gonzalez? Welcome back. Second time watching. She's got her popcorn out. Leola with the basketball. I see you, Leola. I see y'all out there. Shout out to y'all. Seriously, thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all leaving those comments. And it lets me know that there's a heartbeat and that you guys are out there watching, so that's always good. Okay. Let's do this. Let's move on to the technically home team. And we're going to take a look at their starters. Starters on the other side, guys. Ruben Chinyelu. I don't know where the accent goes over his name. I've heard it say Chinyelu. I've heard them say Chinyelu. You might hear me say it both ways today. He's going to be the biggest guy on the court. He's going to be the center for this Florida Gators team. At power forward, Alex Condon. Small forward, Will Richard. At shooting guard, Elijah Martin. And at point guard, Walter Clayton Jr. Let's start and save the best for last. We're going to start with our center here. We're going to start with Ruben Chinyelu. Let's take a look at his numbers during this season. Now, he was much better during the regular season, and I don't know what happened or why he took a big step back. He stepped it up in the rebounds per game column, but everything else kind of regressed a little bit as this postseason continued to go. Now, he's not a three-point shooter. You can see that here. Hasn't even attempted a three either during the season or during the postseason, but he has been, and rightfully so, when you play inside the paint, you should have a very high field goal percentage. 59% is very high. 57% is still very high, so I'm not too worried about that. What I don't like to see is the regression in the blocks per game. What I don't like to see is the regression in the defense per game, and in the regression in facilitating passes, in your points per game. Now, that is to be expected, right? Because he is playing less minutes right now. But why is he playing a whole minute and some change less in the postseason? I guess it all just kind of comes down to personnel and what the other teams are throwing their way. If they need some more speedy guys, Chinyelu is probably not the fastest on the list. Okay, so I hope that kind of breaks down the big man here for you guys. Don't expect him to go off today for a ton of points. I'm not expecting Ruben Chinyelu to go off for 27 points today. I'd be totally expecting him to get somewhere between 5 and 8. That's what I expect today. Let's take a look then at Alex Condon. So starter here, we just talked about Ruben Chinyelu. Power forward, we'll take a look at Alex Condon here at the power forward position. So power forward today, Alex Condon, ladies and gentlemen. A little bit less time for him here as well. Almost 2 minutes less than what he normally gets during the regular season. And those 2 minutes made a big difference to his numbers, both regular season and postseason. Regular season points per game, averaging 10 points per game. postseason, 6.2 points per game. There's Alex Condon coming out onto the court right now. They're introducing all of the starters at this moment here. Where he has done better is in the three-point percentage, 37% three-point shooter. In their last game against Auburn, Alex Condon was fairly quiet, y'all. He literally, and when I say fairly quiet, he scored 0 points. And he missed everything. Now, if the Florida Gators want to win this game, this man will have to show up. No, I'm not saying that he has to get 10 points or 11 points in this basketball game, but he cannot lay another couple of goose eggs like he did in that game against Auburn. Y'all, he went 0 of 5 from the court. 0 of 5 from the court. So he missed every shot, including a three-pointer that he missed out there. And then he did get to the stripe, so he did have 1 point. He made 1 free throw, but that's all he did. Literally, that's all he did. That's a terrible game for Alex Condon, and he's going to have to do better. He's just going to have to do better. Okay, so you see those numbers. It's a big drop-off there. Nice. Nice. Big drop-off here when it comes to field goal percentage, y'all. 50% down to 38% in the postseason. Would love to see him actually bounce back here today. But I don't know if that's going to happen, but one thing's for sure, we are about to find out. So, Ruben Chinyelu, Alex Condon, Will Richard. Let's take a quick look over here at Will Richard. Will Richard's numbers, kind of a wash here as well. Another player who has played better during the regular season than the postseason, averaging more points per game, averaging about the exact same rebounds per game, better steals per game, more blocks, a higher shooting average, a higher three-point average during the regular season. They're not obviously being held back by any means because this team is just so good as a whole. And defensively, they've done pretty well as well. And I'll do a breakdown head-to-head by each position here shortly as well, or as the game goes on. I got a lot of graphics put together here for you guys. So I don't want to sit too long on Will Richard. I will say he is one of the higher scoring players here on this Florida Gators team. Averaging 4 rebounds per game, averaging 13 points per game during the regular season. To drop down to 10 is a significant drop-off right there. But you know what? It's okay. It may not be okay because they're going up against the Houston Cougars, and Houston is no joke, y'all. At least not defensively, so gonna need to see the Gators do more. I'm trying to put my thoughts together here, right? I'm thinking about this, and I want to see a high-scoring game, but I also want to see a defensively sound and technical game on that side of the floor as well. And you can't have it both ways. It's one or the other. So I guess it doesn't really matter. I just want to see a good game of basketball, and if this game goes down to the wire and we have a late night like we did the other night, that's totally fine by me. Ladies and gentlemen, Will Richard going to be your guard over here for the Florida Gators. All right, y'all, 2 more players to talk about, Elijah Martin and Walter Clayton. We're getting ready for tip-off here, so I'm going to rip through this pretty fast during this final commercial break. Before we get there. Okay, really quick. Here's a quick look at Elijah Martin. Elijah Martin, 30 minutes. He's one of the players on this team that has stepped up instead of stepped back during the playoffs. More minutes out there on the court, more points out there on the court. Same number of rebounds per game. His field goal percentage has gone up during the postseason, and his three-point percentage has gone up during the postseason. Those are the things that you like to see. I expect Elijah Martin to put up somewhere between 10 and 16 points. Will he get 15? I don't believe so. Do I have a prop bet for him as well? I might have a prop bet for him too. See, that's Thomas Hoff, Alex Condon, LJ Cryer. No. I got the one for Walter Clayton. We'll get to Walter Clayton's numbers here in just a second. But big step up here behind the arc, 39% from behind three-point land, from in three-point land. Field goal percentage, 48%, almost 50% from the floor. And he is not just doing layups and dunks all day, ladies and gentlemen. He is the one taking those tough fadeaway jump shots. He is the one who is making this look simple, even though it's really, really not. But he is not the only one making it look simple. May I introduce to you Walter Clayton. Guys, gals, Walter Clayton Jr. is the best player in college basketball outside of Cooper Flagg. In my own personal humble opinion, he's definitely the best scorer out here. Is he the best complete player? I don't know. I don't think his defense says a whole lot. What's up, Jules T, checking into the conversation? Disc Golf, what's going on? Disc Golf, good to have you in here, sir. All right, guys, we've got Tipoff here. And I'll leave this up for now so you can take a look at it. Tipoff coming here in just a moment. We are getting ready to get this game started, ladies and gentlemen. Florida Cougars, Houston Cougars, Florida Gators. Here we go. For the championship, there's the tip-off. The Gators will lose tip-off, and Houston will start with possession. And we're off, y'all. Uzan going to start this game with ball in hand. Jawan Roberts working on Alex Condon right now as he's backing down in the post, working his way inside. A little turnaround jump shot. That is going to miss. This will end up being Florida Gators basketball. First shot of the game is no good. First shot of the game is no good. Let's go ahead and bring this into frame for you guys so y'all can see everything we got going on. Nice. Cool, cool, cool. Tight, tight, tight. Let's get this started, y'all. 19:40 left to go in this one. Game just now getting started. There's the inbounding of the basketball, and Florida coming down the court with it. Little ball movement here as we get this one started. Walter Clayton passing this one around. Clayton at the top from the three. Deep three-point shot is no good off the rim. This one bounces out of bounds. This will be Houston's ball now. Back-to-back opening shots for these teams. Back-to-back missed opportunities for these teams. The score is 0-0 right now. Houston inbounds this one, and Houston now coming down the court themselves with it. Uzan sizing up right now against his man. Finds the man inside. Tugler will jump up. Tugler will get the first points of the day. Is that Tugler or Roberts? That looked like Tugler to me. So Tugler gets the first 2 points of this one. Now Florida has the ball. Condon working around. Finds a man inside. Condon gets the give and go. Condon backing down a man right now. Working a double team under the rim. Kicks this one out. Three-point land. A shot is up off the back of the rim. And we go the other way. Coming back with it is Milos Uzan. Uzan kicking this one out to Emmanuel Sharp. Emmanuel Sharp back to Uzan. Uzan trying to direct some traffic. Standing on the logo of the Final Four. Houston Cougars with the ball trying to find their way in. Game clock at 8:26. Play clock winding down. A three-point shot no good as it's corralled over here. Brought down by Tugler. Kicked back out. A three-point shot will miss. Tipped again. A second offensive rebound as they work their way in. And the third opportunity, no good. Coming back the other way. Florida with the ball. Passing this one. And this will go quickly into Condon. And Condon will slam it home. The score is now 4-2. 2-2, excuse me. Houston 2, Florida 2. Here we go, Houston now working, coming back with it, and this one will be tipped away. Houston will retain possession after the tip. Uzan, now a bit of a mismatch right here as Uzan will drive inside and kiss that ball off the glass as he lays it up and in. The score is now 4-2, Houston with the lead, quickly trying to drive inside, and a foul as Condon tries to get the quick bucket. He's stopped there by Houston, and it looks like Condon will get a couple of free throws here. Jawan Roberts will be charged for the penalty here. All right, let's get everything squared away. So let's get this set up for you guys. Y'all don't want to see that. You guys probably, first of all, want to see the score. Don't know why this is taken the wrong way. Here we go, guys. 17 minutes and 30 seconds. The first free throw will land here for Alex Condon. Score is 3-4. The score is 3-4. Alex Condon is at the stripe right now, shooting his second free throw with 17:30 left to go here in the first half of this basketball game. The men's championship game, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. To tie it up right now, Alex Condon puts it up. The second shot is good. So the second shot is good for Condon. And here we go. Houston inbounds. Houston now working their way up the court. Uzan sizing up right here with Martin. Here we go. A handoff to Roberts. Roberts inside the paint will try to drop a hook shot. It does not fall for him. And as they scramble to get possession, Florida will win that tuffle. And this time, Florida tries to pass that inside the paint, and that pass is deflected. So Houston now gets the basketball. You can see the score finally updated, which is great. I'm glad that CBS finally figured it out. Let's see if this will update now. Inbounding the basketball now. Florida getting ready to inbound this one. Florida does find a man and up and over, gets stuffed by the rim right there. This looks like a dunk. It does not quite go in. Elijah Martin gets stuffed right there. That'll be a block. Ooh, they're going to count that one as a block right there for Juwan Roberts. Although that first dunk was also stopped by a slight tip right there by Tugler. Anyways, Houston tied up at 4-4. We'll get another bucket here to get the go-ahead. The score is now 6-4. Houston with a 2-point lead. Inbounding the ball is Florida. Florida ball. Walter Clayton Jr. will find a man inside. Chinyelu dunking this one down. Runs into a man. Tugler going down right there. And Tugler going down hard. He gets help up by one of the officials and a teammate right there. Chinyelu, the bucket should still count. The bucket should count for Chinyelu. Chinyelu tried going back. He did drop that shoulder right into the gut of Tugler, though. That seemed a little malicious, dude. I'll be honest. That seemed like he definitely meant to do that. What is up, Lucinda? What is up? To those of you watching this live stream right now, appreciate you guys being here. All right, Houston now has the basketball in hand. The score is 6-6. Uzan off the dribble. Uzan finds a man at the top outside of the arc. There's the drive inside the paint. And he gets checked by the rim as well. Juwan Roberts with the rebound. Juwan Roberts tries to put up the offensive board. Does not quite get it. So Emmanuel Sharp going to pull up right here. That's actually LJ Cryer who pulls up and shoots that one. He misses. This time Uzan will kick it out to Sharp. Sharp will shoot. That will be also missed. A lot of missed shots here by Houston, and now it's corralled by Florida. Florida, a quick pass way down court, and that will be an easy layup. Florida now takes the lead. The score is now 8-6. Score is now 8-6, and CBS can't get their own numbers straight. The score is now 8-6. Here we go off the dribble. A little spin around move. Emmanuel Sharp hits the tough fadeaway jump shot here. Emmanuel Sharp with a difficult bucket, but he does score. The score is now 8-8, Florida ball. Walter Clayton Jr., a no-look pass that goes out of bounds. Tried to do the Manu Ginobili behind the head pass right there. Could not quite find it. That ball goes out of bounds. Gators lose possession. Houston will take over, and I believe this takes us to our first TV timeout. So our first quick little commercial break. Would love to see CBS fix their scoreboard here. In the meantime, we can live without it. All right, guys. So First 5 minutes in, there we go, they updated right now. We're 5 minutes into this game. The score is 8-8 when we get back from the commercial break that we are currently in. When we get back from this commercial break, it will be Houston's basketball. We are all tied up at 8-8. How are you guys doing out there? Looks like 62% of you believe that the Florida Gators will win this game. Let's end this poll. We've got some prop bets for y'all here as well. We've got some prop bets for you as well. So I'm going to ask you guys what y'all think today about these prop bets. Will LJ Cryer go over or under 16.5? Let's find out. Is it over? Is it under? Will LJ Cryer go over or under 16.5 points? All right, Zoo Videos, welcome back. We've got Kelvo, stay humble. I need 65 points from both teams. Yes, I've been nice. Patrick Bruce, what's going on? Thank you, Patrick. Appreciate you, sir. Fist bumps to Patrick Bruce. Shout out to Leola saying over. She thinks it's going over. The Disc Golf saying 27K is about to happen. We are close to it, Disc Golf. We are close to it, my man. Appreciate you guys. Okay. So, for those of you who are just checking in right now, you guys didn't get to see the pregame earlier. Here is a quick look at these two teams' head-to-head numbers statistically for them. What's up, Jaded? I see you out there. Will Alex Condon go under 8 points? The way he's been playing, I think so. Dude, honestly, if I had to bet, man, I'd probably take the under on Alex Condon. He doesn't look all together out there on the court these days, especially during the playoffs, the more that I've watched it. Just now, that's what I would do. You're your own person, man. I'm not trying to give out gambling advice. That's my belief. So, these are the numbers, though. This is not a belief. This is actually facts right here. Points per game, 85. Right now, they're all tied up at 8 points. We're 5 minutes into this game. And this game is hopefully going to be a good one. We've got the Eastern Conference lined up right here for y'all as well. For those of you who like your basketball, guys, we're going to be doing this all season during the basketball season, or at least during all of the playoffs. Anyways, that's not why y'all are here. We're here to get into this game. So let's get back into it right now. The score is 8-8. Houston right now is going to inbound this ball after we get back. We're getting back from the TV timeout. So, TV timeout, 15:05, and Houston has inbounded the ball. We have action now on the court. Moving the basketball around well right now. Houston looking for an opening. There's LJ Cryer who gets the ball, finds a man on the run who jams that one down. There you go. That's Javier Francis. There you go, Javier Francis, and they're going to leave another man wide open out here. Florida now has the basketball, and the open man gets the ball tipped away from him. Moving the ball around here, a three-point shot will not fall right there. This time it looks like Thomas Hauf's shot is off. There's a deep shot there, a three-point shot going the other way for Houston. That one will miss. Emmanuel Sharp can't quite knock that one down. Coming back the other way with it is Florida. Walter Clayton will shoot a logo three. That was ugly. Offensive rebound and cleaned up right there by Thomas Hauf. What a name. By Thomas H., who dunks that one down on the heads of Houston. That is 2 points. We are all tied up at 10-10. Houston has the ball, and Houston now trying to find a way in. Here we go. Jawan Roberts working on Alex Condon. Jawan Roberts with the spin around, turnaround J. That will not fall. It will stay Houston's ball. And that is not Condon who's out there right now, actually. Let me correct myself. Out on the court right now for Florida, we've got Henlockton, Hauf, Clayton, Aberdeen, and Martin. You can see that by the stats over here on the right-hand side. This should be updating in real time, and this should have the numbers of everyone who's scored points over here. They've reviewed that. They said it was Houston basketball. After the review, that actually will be Florida basketball. 13:43 left to go in the first, ladies and gentlemen. Florida inbounding the basketball as we speak. Bringing it up court right now. was Will Richard, I believe. No, it was Aberdeen. And there's a pass to Aberdeen, a tough pass by Clayton. Here we go, and Lofton trying to find his way in. He gets stripped on the way up, so Houston will get the basketball back, and the score remains 10-10. Houston looking to keep control of this one. LJ Cryer shoots a shot that hits the front of the net and basically misses, and then steps back and hits a super long three-pointer. Wow, that is not going to count, though. Not going to count right there. Don't know why that didn't count. I heard the horn happen, but I don't know what caused it. I see Father Time out here still. I see Germs hanging out with us. Hello, Steve MacDaddy. Steve MacDaddy in the house right now, watching from Montana. What up, Steve? Good to have you in here. Here we go, y'all. We've got Walter Clayton now of the Florida Gators with the ball in hand. We're tied up at 10-10 with 13 minutes left to go in the first. Low-scoring first half so far. This was to be expected. Another deep shot right there. This time, Walter Clayton cannot hit. It is rebounded this time by Javier Francis, and Houston has the ball. Uzan on the dribble here. High screen, a little pick and roll. Now we've got a bit of a mismatch here, and it's not going to work the way they want it to. Cryer off-ball movement, and still on the dribble is Uzan. Uzan will pull up and shoot right there from the hash, and that shot will fall. Houston now up by 2 as the Gators inbound this one. Okay. So now Florida trying to find a hole in the Houston defense. Easier said than done. And it's like this team is on a bungee cord. They don't give access to anyone. They're going to say travel here. Whistles coming in. And a travel there. Oh, man, I'm telling you. This Alex Condon cat was great during the regular season. But Alex Condon committing the travel right there. This will go the other way. Right now, on the court, Condon, Chinyalu, Clayton, Richard, and Aberdeen out on the court. Thank you guys for helping us get to 27,000 subscribers. If you guys are enjoying this content, please be sure to hit that thumbs up button if I've had your attention for at least 5 or 10 minutes here. Here we go, y'all. Houston with a 2-point lead and the possession right now. They're moving the basketball around. And for the first time, I see Terrence Arsenault. Arsenault trying to get the crossover here, cannot cross over Walter Clayton. They are running out of time. Play clock down to 3 seconds. Play clock running out. A deep three-point shot, forced and missed. Rebounded there by Alex Condon as they push the ball forward. Chinyalu was the man who was supposed to get the basketball there. Instead, it was intercepted by Houston, and Houston comes back the other way with it. Still a 2-point lead for Houston. Uzan finds the man on the left-hand side from the wing. The three-point shot is no good. Missed there and rebounded by Walter Clayton Jr. So a rebound there for Walter Clayton. No three-pointers have been made in this game so far. Alex Condon now with the basketball, trying to find some space. A pick that does not work. This time it does. A step-back shot from inside the paint. Another missed shot. This time Juwan Roberts comes down with the ball. How has nobody made a three-pointer in this game yet? That is honestly pretty crazy to me that nobody has made the shot. Here we go. Uzan passes this off to Juwan Roberts. Juwan Roberts going to work on Condon. Big body, left-handed shot as he puts that one down. That's a bucket for Houston, 14-10. Here comes Florida driving quickly, trying to get it in. They cannot. That stalls that possession. But they retain it, and now a bump here, a foul, and the Gators will likely have the basketball here. This should be Gators' ball at this point. I think we're going to go back to another quick TV timeout. All right, guys, quick TV timeout. We are back at it again. Good to have y'all in here today. For those of you who don't know me, hey, my name is Mario. If you guys subscribe or don't subscribe, that's okay. Whatever you guys want to do, that's your prerogative. All I ask is that if you are enjoying this content, guys, set your timers. Give me 5, 10, 15 minutes of your time today. If you guys dig it, stick around. If you've been searching for this elsewhere and you haven't been able to find it and you've stumbled across a bunch of other YouTube commentators out there, I just hope that I'm bringing the best content that's out there on YouTube right now. Shout out to Mike Osborne, who's leaving a comment right now. Guys, we like to do one of two things. We like to either read the chats or read some stats. Last time we read some stats. Let's read some chats and see what's going on with you guys out here. I'm going to go up a little bit earlier and start reading down from what we've got going on here. Disc Golf saying you're doing a super job, Mario. Thank you, Disc Golf. I appreciate you in the comment area there. San Antonio Spurs would benefit greatly if they signed you as the TV radio broadcaster. Would love that, Disc Golf. Would love that, Billy. Appreciate that. Mike Osborne checking in to say hello. Mr. Robert Zamora out in San Antonio. My hat's off to you, sir. Appreciate you. Father Time checking in right now. Shout out to you as well. Marty, ready to party. What up? We've got Shruti B. Guys, where are you watching the live game for free? This game right now, if you want to find it live, you got to go to CBS. And honestly, Shruti, I wouldn't be surprised if CBS was giving out like a week trial or maybe like a free trial of something like that. But what a lot of people like to do is that they'll put the game on and they'll have me color commentate at the same time. So it's just an idea, right? It might be you can go check out CBS. You might find it. Maybe not. If you can't, I'll be here waiting for you, man. Shout out to Lord Hemi checking in right now saying, check out Lord Hemi music. You know what, Lord Hemi? Let's go check out your music. I'm going to go check out your channel right now, Lord Hemi. 315 subscribers, 7 videos out here. Lord Hemi, let's go. Dude, if you've got some good beats, man, I'll feature your beats on my channel. That goes to anybody who's out there, man. If you guys are out there doing your thing, I read the comments. I like to read the comments, guys. Appreciate y'all who are out there right now. The score right now, Rider family, we are still in the middle of a commercial break. The score is 10-14. He said, never mind. Okay, yes, the score is 10-14. The score is right above my head, my friend, and there is no action happening on the court right now. We are in the middle of a commercial break. When we get back from the commercial break, we should have Houston Cougars action, if I'm not mistaken. Out on the court right now for the Houston Cougars, Milos Uzan. We've got Tugler, Roberts, Arsenault, and Wilson out there for Houston. For the Gators, Condon, Chinyalu, Clayton, Richard, and Aberdeen for the Florida Gators. So we may see a few substitutions here in just a moment as we get back from this commercial break. We're still waiting to get back from the commercial break. Haven't had too much happen right now. So, okay, guys, y'all are thinking over today. We're thinking over. The question I asked, well, will LJ Cryer go over 16.5 points? So far today, Cryer has a big fat goose egg. You can see that over here. The ball has been inbounded. It's actually Florida's ball. It is tipped away. Houston will now break away, and Houston will go up and lay that one in. That is Malik Wilson with the layup after the steal. So Malik Wilson steals the ball, lays it up, gives Houston a 6-point lead, and all of a sudden Florida trails by 2 possessions like this. Well, they trailed by 2 possessions before, but now it's 2 big possessions here. So now Florida working against Houston. Chinyalu from outside the 3-point line, not his comfortable spot. Ball movement out to Condon. Condon will shoot a 3. Condon will miss the 3. It is rebounded, a tough rebound by Chinyalu. Chinyalu has to fight to kick this one back out. A 3-point shot will hit. A big shot there by Richard. Okay, I see you. Will Richard with a big 3-point shot. The first 3-pointer of the day that lands. Guys, 14 attempted 3 points. That's the first one. Houston now with the basketball, moving this one well. Play clock starting to wind down, though, with 10 seconds left. That is a nice turnaround move and a layup there by Javier Francis. Another bucket for him today. Francis up to 4 points. Florida now working their way. A 3-point shot for Florida. Splash from beyond the arc. A 3-point shot will hit this time. A nice shot there. Who hit that one? That one, it's got an update for me. Someone tell me who just hit that shot. How did I miss that? I'm watching it in real time. Here we go, guys. A little spin around move. Houston off the glass will lay that one up and in. Javier Francis will make that shot. So that last three-point shot was hit right there. That was that actually Chinyelu? I thought it was, but okay. Man literally has never really shot a three-point shot, and today he hits one, so that's why I'm confused by it. Here we go. Florida dribbles this one in. Condon backing a man down. A big three-point shot right there. That one off the back of the rim. That will miss. 8:08 left to go, guys. 8:08 left to go. Okay, it wasn't Chinyelu. That's what I thought. Okay, it was Will Richard. Was that another three-point shot from Will Richard? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at these shots. Couldn't have been Chinyelu because he's only got 2 points today. It had to have been Will Richard. He's got 6 points, 3 shots, 2 3-pointers. That makes sense. We'll look at the stats the other way. Houston with possession, guys, and now Houston, as soon as I say that, loses the basketball. Coming back the other way, Florida, and they trail 16-20. That shot is blocked. Houston, great job defensively. LJ Cryer tries to find a man. Emmanuel Sharp gets blocked the other way. Great job defensively there as Handlockton swats the man on that play. Handlockton swatting that one down. Let me go back to my comment area here. If you can't beat Duke and overcome a 6-point deficit in 10 seconds, you can beat anyone. Yeah, that's true. If you can beat Duke and overcome a 6-point deficit in 10 seconds, you can beat anyone. Threes exist, says Father Time. Carol King. What's up, Carol? How you doing? What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? We are a few minutes away from our halftime trivia quiz. I've got a halftime trivia quiz for you, ladies and gentlemen, for this game today. The Florida Gators and the Houston Cougars going at it for today's championship game. I hope you guys are enjoying the content that I'm bringing you right now. I hope you guys are enjoying this content so far. If you're new to this channel, y'all, my name is Mario Manuel. It's a pleasure to be here. You guys can find Football Nation, this channel, on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook. You can find me on TikTok. We're starting to get some momentum out there on TikTok. Derp checking in right now. Go Gators, says DRP. Hey, can I get a shout-out? Shout-out to you, DRP. What up? We got Todd. Todd, is that Pitzer? Todd Pitzer, what's up? What's up, Georgie? Georgie's out there. Harper checking in right now. You know what, guys? This is a great time. Let's go ahead and do this. If you're new to the channel, say hello. Leave some emojis for me. If you're new to this channel, just drop a couple of emojis. I'll give you guys a quick shout out. I'll say hello to each and every one of you guys who drops an emoji during this commercial break. We are in the middle of this commercial break. When we get back from the commercial break, guys, we will have more basketball action. But for now, let's get to know you guys a little bit. Sam R saying what's up with the alien out there. We've got Gail or Gael. Is that Gael Jordan? What's up, Gael? Kurt Block. Shout out to you. I see you with your sunglasses, homie. We got H-Back saying hello. What up, Robert? I see you out there. Jay Reed, salute to you. My friend Lucinda, hello. Joe Parker, what up, Joe? I see you, Gators fan. Nice. Boswell dropping the deuce. Dropping his deuces, if you will. What up, Boswell the pug? DRP with all the emojis he could find right there. Every animal in the zoo. Leola, hello. Joseph, hello. Todd, what's up? Georgie, what's up? Connor, what is up? All of you beautiful people, shout out to you guys. Thanks for watching this live stream today. We got, who's that? Denzi Cole, chunk up the deuce. I see you. We got David out there as well. Hello from Arkansas. Is that Dasha or Daisha? Daisha Earl, can you say darkness, Tasha? Yes. Yes, I can. Did you want me to? Darkness, Tasha? What's up to you? I don't know who I'm cheering for. I'm just here for the game. I am too, Andres. Andres. All right, guys. So I'm going to have to step away. Thank you, Gail. I appreciate that. I'm going to step away from the comment area as we are getting back from this commercial break, y'all. So let's get back into the action. Al Horford out there watching this game right now. His name might come up during this trivia quiz, so keep that in mind. Florida inbounds that basketball. Florida off of a beautiful pass inside the paint, laid up right there. That looks like an easy bucket for Elijah Martin, who gets his first bucket of the day. Will Richard leading the Florida team with 6 points. Houston has possession right now. Houston off the dribble. Juwan Roberts, a little spin move, can't quite get it. He's fouled on the way up, hit by Handlockton on the way up. That's going to be a couple of free throws here coming up for Juwan Roberts. So Juwan Roberts going to find his way to the stripe to shoot a pair of free throws after the foul by Handlockton. Juwan Roberts at the stripe. First free throw will fall, extending the lead 21-18. The score is now 21-18, ladies and gentlemen. Houston Cougars have a 3-point lead. It's a one-possession game. It's a close game, man. And this is what we want to see. Like, this is what you want. You want a close game. You want to make people sweat a little bit. Juwan Roberts, a second free throw attempt, will bounce off the front of the rim and not fall in. Defensive rebound made right there by Hauch. Here we go, off the dribble here, moving the basketball around. Florida now with possession. Florida finding an open man right now. We've got Elijah Martin with the ball in hand, and the play clock starting to get to single digits here. 6:50 left on the game clock, 5 seconds left on the play clock. Florida trying to get past this tough defense. An extra pass running out of time, has to get the shot up. It does not fall. They're going to say no go there. Dead ball. Team, what did they say? What did they say here? Turnover here, 3 seconds in the key. I don't know. He put his... Either way, it's going to be a penalty, and it's going to go back to Houston. So Houston now has possession, a 3-point lead, 6.5 minutes left to go in the first half. LJ Cryer working his way inside. There's Sharp for a 3-point shot. That is ugly, off the glass, rebounded the other way by Will Richard. Florida coming down court with it now. Walter Clayton on court, and he tries to find someone. He does. The pass, extra pass, and the shot from the 3-point line will land as Will Richard hits another one. Will Richard with his third 3-pointer of the day. Will Richard leads the team with 9 points after those 3-point attempts, and now Houston is all tied up. Florida with 21, Houston with 21, Houston with possession, and the play clock starting to wind down. A deep shot will hit. Bang! What a monster three. LJ Cryer from 6 feet behind the arc hits that shot. What a play. Walter Clayton Jr. will find a man inside, finds another man inside right there, and swatted down by Roberts. Here we go. The alley-oop up and in, and Houston slams that one down. Malik Wilson on the alley-oop, and another stuff here. They're going to say it's a jump ball. Houston defense coming up big, and Florida struggling to find offensive momentum against the #1 defense in college basketball. That Houston defense, that alley-oop right there, Sharp. Let's go. That alley-oop was something, though. Wow. Emmanuel Sharp feeding Malik Wilson on that alley-oop. What a shot. Here we go. Inbounding is Florida. A tough shot right there for Walter Clayton Jr. Does not fall. Houston rebounds, and Houston has a 5-point lead with 5 minutes left to go. LJ Cryer finds the open man. An extra pump fake off the glass. A 3-point shot off the glass right there. And this time Malik Wilson is starting to heat up right now. Wilson is starting to get hot. 8-0 run in the past minute. And another travel here for Alex Condon. Condon going to travel again. Wow, Wilson off the glass. I don't know if he meant to do that, but it dropped. A shot that went off the glass for this dude. Talk about it. The score is 29-21, ladies and gentlemen. And this takes us to a quick commercial break. So we are back to a commercial break. The score is 29-21. The Houston Cougars are up in this game. And this is slowly starting to slip out of the hands of the Gators. Houston looking to get this one. Shout out to some of you guys out there. We got House of Memes checking into the conversation. We are in the middle of a commercial break. Last time we read the chats, guys. This time let's read some stats since we are in a quick commercial break. Just around the NBA, really quick, for those of you checking in right now, y'all, the Cleveland Cavaliers do lead the NBA Eastern Conference. They are number 1 in the East right now, followed by the Boston Celtics at number 2. New York Knicks rounds out the top 3 right here. They have a 50-28 record coming into this basketball game that's happening right now. Of course, other games are happening around the NBA right now. But for those of you who are basketball fans, I've got this data here for you guys. Pacers at 4, Milwaukee Bucks at 5. You've got the Detroit Pistons at 6, Orlando Magic at 7, and the Atlanta Hawks at 8. If the season were to end right here, right now, today, this would be your playoffs for the NBA. Chicago Bulls and Miami Heat on the outside looking in. Any of your teams out there? Who is your NBA team? Let's ask you guys that. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and end this Q&A and find out who is your NBA team? Who is your NBA team? I'll let you guys know right now. We are live out of San Antonio, Texas. I was a San Antonio Spurs fan since well before 1999 when we got our first of 5 championships, and I was here in San Antonio when we won all 5. I love my San Antonio Spurs. That's what turned me on to basketball to begin with. That's why I like to do this kind of stuff. I'm curious to know who y'all's favorite basketball teams are. We've got H-Bag saying Celtics fan out there. You got Harry saying Lakers. Disc Golf is a Celtics fan. Robert, I see you. Let's go Spurs. Dark Side is a Rockets fan. Houston is locked in. Not just is that Houston locked in, the Houston Rockets are also locked in, guys. Oklahoma City Thunder leads the Western Conference over here, but Oklahoma City Thunder's number 1. Houston Rockets at number 2, 52-27. Los Angeles Lakers at number 3. Denver Nuggets at 4. We got the Clippers and the Golden State Warriors at 5 and 6. The Minnesota Timberwolves at 7 and the Memphis Grizzlies at 8. Anyways, I know you guys aren't here for NBA news. We're here for college basketball. I just thought it would be fun to bring in the big leagues over here and talk about these teams just really quickly and I guess learn a little bit more about you guys here as well. So, shout out to those of you. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to read all of those comments. I'll come back to those here. Grayson, shout out. Mukeeth, thank you. Those of you guys who are helping and participating in the chats, appreciate you guys. Don't go anywhere during halftime. We're going to have a halftime trivia quiz. We're back to the action. Houston has inbounded the ball. Houston up 29-21. Here we go off the dribble. Uzan on the drive. Uzan will pull up and shoot. That looked like it was tipped to me. And this time it's not up and down, but it is stripped by Florida. An aggressive takeaway there by the Gators. Alex Condon sick of it as he gets that basketball back in his hands. So Chinyalu, Condon, Martin here. Taking his time. Martin inside. And that is Condon who goes up for his first bucket of the day. So Condon... Not his first bucket, excuse me. That's his 6th point of the day. His 3rd shot to fall. He's 2 of 3 from the field, and he's got a pair of free throws. Anyways, here we go. Houston has now inbounded. LJ Cryer moving the ball around. Wilson, the hot hand, heat check, a deep shot from 3. No good. They're going to let that one go out of bounds as Florida gets the ball back here. So Florida will now inbound this one. Carrie, what's going on? Grayson Pham saying, chat, I picked 75-70 Gators. And we go back to a commercial break. Okay, guys. This time it's an official TV timeout. So we're going back to a commercial break. I asked y'all earlier who your favorite NBA teams were. Let's go back to when I first asked that and read some of y'all's questions, read some of y'all's answers here. Patricia says OKC, and I'll bring this one back up here too. Western Conference right behind me, guys. Patricia checking into the conversation. She says OKC. Micah says Houston is locked in. Jimmy saying he's a Pistons fan. Shout out to you, Jimmy. Thanks for checking in. Dark Side saying Rockets. Ashley saying the Bulls. Rockets for life, says Randy. What up, Randy? How you doing, sir? Go Gators. Boston will win it all. Maybe. Miami Heat fan and Self Bradley. Man, losing Jimmy Butler must have felt terrible for Miami Heat fans. Oh, but nothing as bad as compared to that Dallas Mavericks deal with the Los Angeles Lakers. Oh, why would they do that? I don't care what your reasoning is. If you're a Dallas Mavericks fan, today has to feel like, not today, just this whole season has to just feel like the one. That's just so brutal to have to deal with. Anyways, we are back in a commercial break, guys. You're not missing any of the action. So if you're checking into Football Nation right now, expecting to see the game, right now we are in the middle of a commercial break. Back-to-back commercial breaks, not great for radio, not great for YouTube, but hey, it is what it is. Shout out to Randy, shout out to Patrick, shout out to those of you keeping the conversation flowing right here. Thank you, Harry. I appreciate that comment there. Cavs, baby. Under Armour 2002. Silvana checking in saying New York Knicks. Nice. Wow. Blaine throwing it way back saying the Seattle Supersonic. Dude, who says Seattle Supersonic? My gosh. It's like saying you're a Houston Oilers fan. It's just not. Seattle Supersonic. That's nice name drop, dude. You just blew my mind with that one. I haven't heard someone drop that one in so long. All right, guys. So we were reading some chats. Last time we read some stats. I've got some more stats for you guys here as well. Let's talk about the performances of today before we get into the halftime report. So far today, guys, your main guy here, Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton Jr., you can see his regular season stats on the left-hand side, his postseason stats on the right-hand side. His stats for today. Guys, take a look at this. All season long, he's averaged 18 points per game. All postseason, he's averaged 24 points per game. Do you know how many points Walter Clayton Jr. has today? Nothing. He literally has 0 points right now. Here he is bringing the basketball up on the court, and we have action again. Let's bring this back in for you guys to see. There we go. Alex Condon will lose the basketball there, and it will be Houston basketball. Florida Gators struggling right now. The game is back on, ladies and gentlemen. That was blocked. That was definitely blocked. And who was that touched by last? Alex Condon blocked there by Jawan Roberts. They're going to say this is Florida ball. That is inbounded there, and a tough shot for Martin will fall. That will hit. There's a shot. And Martin gets a bucket. Excuse me, that was Will Richard who got the bucket. Will Richard is the hot hand right now. Houston up 29-25. Houston up 29-25. Houston with the basketball in hand. Let me recenter and recalibrate myself. Play clock winding down. Game clock at 2:55. We're inside of the 3-minute mark. Uzan running out of time. Uzan will have to shoot the time running out. This will be recovered by Alex Condon. Rebounded off the glass there by Condon. Condon will find Walter Clayton here. Clayton going to deliver the pass inside to Condon. Condon one more to Chinyelu. Chinyelu up and no good, as that is made very difficult by Houston's defense. Houston recovers this one. Coming back the other way is Wilson. Wilson from the stripe will pull up and shoot the jump shot. No good. Condon rebounds. Florida on the drive. Walter Clayton stopped there as he tries to penetrate. Alex Condon can't quite move. Condon on the give and go, gets his way back inside. He is double teamed. A back behind the back pass to Martin. Martin for three, no good. Wilson rebounds. Wilson will pass this one to Cryer. Cryer will slow things down. Houston doesn't want to play fast, guys. Houston wants to take their time. Look at what they've done to Florida. They've held them to just 25 points in the first half of this basketball game. Houston up 29-25. You know what they say, defense wins championships. Houston still has possession here. LJ Cryer with the time running out will shoot from the elbow, and that will fall. That's a good pull-up, Jay. That will be 2 points there for LJ Cryer. 5 points today for him. He's 2 from 5 from the field. Here we go. Florida with the basketball. A three-point shot for Florida will be short, and this will be Houston basketball as he takes that one and goes like that with the whistle. Points this way. Okay, fix my tie. Get myself situated here. What's up, guys? Shout out to y'all. Look, I don't know if you guys like football or not. This is a football channel. You're watching Football Nation. My name is Mario Manuel. I'm your host. We've got about 1 minute and 15 seconds left in the first half of this game, and Houston has inbounded the basketball. Stick with me here. Here we go. Houston up 31-25. Bench points so far, Houston has 13 points off the bench. Florida just 4. Here's the drive from Juwan Roberts, left hand, putting the pressure, trying. They're saying it's goaltending, but the whistle's not coming in. Here we go, coming back, and a deep three-point shot made right there. That will fall, and that's got to feel like a dagger. Will Richard again. Will Richard is the hot hand right now. Will Richard, 14 points today for Will Richard. Walter Clayton Jr., a goose egg, but Will Richard, 14 points. They get this ball into the front court, and then they call a timeout. Houston with 34 seconds will like to talk this one over. Let's take a quick look at that. I want to take a look at Will Richard because he right now is on fire all season long, and we're going to take a look. Actually, let's do this one. We're going to do this head-to-head comparison. Okay. So far in this game, guys, Will Richard is having a day right now. He's made 5 of 7. He's made 4 shots from behind the arc. He is 80% three-point shooting today. Look at this. So you've got all these statistics right here. The bottom one, three-point percentage. The regular season, he was 35% from beyond the arc. During the postseason, it didn't change too much. Take a look at it here. During the postseason, it actually went down to 26%. So his three-point shots have gone down, but today he has shot 5 three-pointers, and he has made 4 out of 5. He's 80% from beyond the arc, and he is carrying this Florida team right now. Here we go, guys. 34 seconds left on the clock. We're getting back to the action. I see basketball on the screen right now. 31-28. Houston has a narrow three-point lead. They do have the ball, and they're going to try to inbound this one. You can see the official counting them back in. They do inbound that. Juwan Roberts gets the inbound pass, and back to Uzan. Uzan, 16th, about 10 seconds separates the play clock and the game clock. This time, Javier Francis is out there, an extra tall body, a deep shot there, and that is going to be an ugly shot. Uzan with the rebound. Uzan, another ugly shot. Ugh. Back-to-back ugly shots. Will Cryer and Uzan both barely hitting the board at all. Just ugly shots back-to-back. Here we go, guys. This should be the final play of the first half. Walter Clayton Jr. finds a man. Walter Clayton Jr. finds a man inside. A three-point shot actually will go off the back of the rim, and that will be halftime. So, ladies and gentlemen, that means it is time for our trivia quiz. All right, guys, buckle up. Get ready for this one. I'm going to ask you guys 10 questions. We're going to do a quick trivia quiz, and then we're going to break down what we saw in the first half. This is just for funsies, y'all. I'm going to test a little bit of your knowledge right here. I hope you guys are ready. A, B, or C, question number 1. Who is the highest scoring player on the Florida Gators team right now? Is it A, Alex Condon? Is it B, Walter Clayton Jr.? Or is it C, Will Richard? Who is the highest scoring player currently on this Florida Gators team? I will tell you that I'm not talking about today. I'm talking about just in general. Today, the answer would be Will Richard, but overall, the answer is Walter Clayton. The highest scoring player on the Florida Gators team this season is Walter Clayton, averaging 18.5 points per game. Okay. I hope that cleared that up. Okay, question number 2. How did y'all do on question number 1? Did you guys do okay on question number 1? Here's question number 2. Who is the most famous University of Houston basketball player that was drafted number 1 overall in 1984? Is it A, Hakeem Olajuwon? Is it B, Michael Young? or is it C, Clyde Drexler? A, B, or C, ladies and gentlemen. Again, there's no penalties for wrong answers. We're just doing this for funsies. I want to name a champion at the end of this one. The answer to question number 2 is Akeem Olajuwon, guys. He led the University of Houston to 3 consecutive Final Fours from 1982 to 1984. Olajuwon played 17 of his 18-year career with the Houston Rockets, leading them to back-to-back championships in 94 and 95. He was actually drafted 2 spots ahead of Michael Jordan. Question number 3, guys. Which current NBA player starred for Florida and was drafted by the Boston Celtics? Excuse me, let me rephrase this question because this question is actually incorrect. I'm going to pause this for just a moment because I want to ask this the right way. Okay, here's the actual question. I paused it here because I want to ask the actual question. Which current NBA player starred for Florida and was drafted by the Atlanta Hawks in 2007? Again, the question is, which player was drafted by the Atlanta Hawks in 2007? He was a star for the Florida Gators. That is the question. Is it Derek White, is it Al Horford, or is it Scotty Lewis? The answer to my poorly worded question is actually Al Horford. So Al Horford was drafted by the Atlanta Hawks in 2007. He played the biggest role. He was the center for the 2006 and 2007 Florida Gators when they won back-to-back championships, y'all. So yeah, Al Horford played for that team. That's why he's in attendance, and that's why I said he would be in the trivia quiz. Question number 4. Which former Cougars player holds the school record for the most career steals? So, which former Houston Cougars player holds the record for the most career steals? Is it A, Marcus Cousins? Is it B, Elvin Hayes? Or is it C, Clyde Drexler? What do you guys think? Is it A, B, or C out here? The answer is C. Y'all, C. The University of Houston's all-time steals leader, holding the school's record for the most steals, is Clyde Drexler with, get this, 268 steals. What? 268 steals. All right, guys, question number 5. Here we go. Question number 5, y'all. How many NCAA basketball championships has Florida won? Is it A, 1? Is it B, 2? Or is it C, 3? How many NCAA basketball championships has Florida won? A, B, or C? What do you guys think? It's a very simple question. Maybe not a simple answer. But the answer coming to you guys in just a moment. The answer is B. The answer is B, guys. The University of Houston, the Florida Gators are looking for their first national championship since their back-to-back wins in 2006 and 2007 that were brought to them by courtesy of Al Horford and company. Okay, 4 more questions. Question number 6, guys. In what year did Houston last reach an NCAA championship game? Was it A, 1984? Is it B, 1991? Or is it C, 1999? I'll ask this question one more time. In what year did Houston last reach the NCAA championship game? What year was that, guys? What do y'all think? The answer is A, in 1984, guys. So it's been a while since Houston made it out here. Anyways, Houston reached the last time they reached it was in 1984. They lost to Georgetown. In 1983, they lost to North Carolina State. This is their first trip back there in over 40 years. Here's question number 7, y'all. Who was the head coach when Florida won back-to-back national championships in 2006 and 2007? Was it A, Mike White? Was it B, Lon Kruger? Or was it C, Billy Donovan? A, B, or C? Who was the head coach when Florida won back-to-back national championships? White, Kruger, or Donovan? You guys might get the answer right here. This one's a pretty common knowledge. The answer is Billy Donovan, guys. He served as the head coach for the Florida Gators men's basketball team during their back-to-back NCAA championship games in 2006 and 2007. Under his leadership, the Gators became the first team since Duke in 1991/92 to win consecutive national titles. Question number 8. Which Olympic gold medalist attended the University of Houston and is recognized as one of the greatest athletes of all time? Is it A, Simone Biles? Is it B, Ryan Lochte? Or is it C, Carl Lewis? Guys, which Olympic gold medalist attended the University of Houston and is recognized as one of the greatest athletes of all time? Go ahead and plug in your answers. I tried to trick you guys with that one. The answer is Carl Lewis. I bet a lot of you guys are too young to know who Carl Lewis was. And you know what? That's fair. Carl Lewis is widely regarded as one of the greatest athletes of all times. 9 gold medals, guys. 9 Olympic gold medals in track and field, and he's even got a silver one just to kind of have as extra, right? Just why not? Okay, guys. Who is Florida's all-time leading scorer in men's basketball? Is it A, Al Horford? Is it B, Andrew Moten? Or is it C, Ronnie Williams? Who is Florida's all-time leading scorer in men's basketball? Is it A, B, or C? Plug in your answers. Let's do this. The answer, ladies and gentlemen, is C, Ronnie Williams. I don't have a graphic here. I guess that must have just slipped my mind. But Florida's all-time leading scorer in men's basketball is Ronnie Williams with 1,828 points. Ronnie Williams played for the Florida Gators from 1980, 81, and then 1983 and 84. Next question, guys. Final question. What is the nickname of the 1980s Houston team that is known for their high-flying dunks and Final Four runs? Is it A, Phi Slamma Jamma? Is it B, the Red Storm? Or is it C, Slam Jam City? What do you guys think? What is the nickname of the 1980s Houston teams known for Houston's 1980 team? The answer, even though I poorly phrased that question, is Phi Slamma Jamma. Guys, Phi Slamma Jamma, y'all, from 1982 to 1984, they were literally on the cover of magazines. I mean, the nickname was brought by the former Houston Post sports writer Thomas Bonk, who was inspired by the team's dunk-heavy style. Okay, that was an awkward and awful read, but that's okay because the game is now over. So my question to you is, how did you guys do? 7 out of 10, says Harry. 7 out of 10, says Robert. Anybody else? 6 out of 10. Father Time got 6 out of 10. Not bad. Fastest man before Mike Johnson and Bolt, says Father Time. I think Lochte went to Michigan. Germ, yes, that's correct. Good job, guys. Looks like some of you guys knew. Looks like some of you guys actually knew a lot of the answers to that. You always beat me. Marty, ready to party, got 8 out of 10. Nice. Chad Parker got 10 out of 10. All right, Chad, let's give it to you, brother. Let's give it to you, Chad. Chad, my friend, you are the champion, sir. Okay, let's go ahead and turn off my trivia quiz here. And let's get back to some, let's get back to what we got actually going on right now. So, going on, happening right here, right now, ladies and gentlemen, we are still in this game. The score is just a 3-point difference. The Houston Cougars 31, the Florida Gators 28. Gators trail by 3. This game is almost over. What's up, Grant? How you doing? The main event, says Andres. Clayton, 0 points. Another Sears. All right. 11 out of 10, says Harlan Conyer. Shout out to Wild Bill, who just subscribed to the channel. Appreciate you, Wild Bill. For those of you who are new, Owen, thank you for subscribing to the channel as well. I don't know why it doesn't tell me everyone whose names, like, I wish everyone who subscribed, their names popped up right here. That would be awesome. But for those of you who have hit that like button and have hit that subscribe button, thank you guys for hanging out with me. I know you've got 1,000 other options out there on YouTube. Everybody and their mother is trying to do this exact style of content and this exact style of commentary. I hope that I can bring you guys just a little bit extra oomph, just something that separates me from them, and I appreciate you guys giving me some of your time tonight, this Monday night, to watch the championship game here live on Football Nation. Thank you to the channel moderators for helping keep the chat area nice and clean. I appreciate you moderators. I know that sometimes guys like Grant get really excited and they want their shout out. Grant, you don't have to try so hard, bro. I will see your comment. Shout out to you, Grant. Thank you, Robert, for keeping that area nice and clean. And shout out to Slim Faley. What's going on, dude? And the $2 super chat from our boy Slim. Will the real Slim Faley please stand up? What's up, dude? Thank you so much. Appreciate that super chat. First one today. Looks like Rayana checking in right now as well with the Gator colors. I see you, Rayana. I see you, Head Huncho. Cool Flames checking in right now as well. I got 8 out of 10. Harlan saying this is free, so it sure is. I'm here for you. I'm here for you, Harlan. Okay, guys. This is going to be a little bit longer than expected for halftime. So normally during football season, what I do is I'll do that halftime break, and the halftime break typically takes us, I don't know, it gives me like another minute or two to talk about stats outside of that, but then we get right back into the action. This is going to take just a little bit longer today because it is a championship game, so they do have a halftime game that is, or a halftime show that is happening on the court right now. For those of you who maybe have some questions for me, this might be a great opportunity. Harlan, thank you for that $2 super chat, my friend. I appreciate that. Says, I love you, man. I appreciate that, Harlan. Much love. I feel the love, dude. Thank you. Who do I want to win? Owen Pace asking me a question. Who do I want to win? Owen. You know, I don't have a horse in this race. It doesn't matter so much to me who wins because I'm from San Antonio. This game is happening just miles down the street from my house. The point that I'm trying to make is that I guess since I'm from Texas, I have to root for Houston. I don't have any okay, that's not true. Okay, let me tell you guys a quick little story if you guys will indulge me here. Quick little story. So this channel, as you guys know, as most of you guys know, this channel is called Football Nation. This channel we do this for football games, for NFL and for college football. Last season, I made a video, or during this offseason, I made a video, and I met a man named Coach Tony Charles. He is on Instagram known as Terror in the Trenches, and he was a defensive end for the Florida Gators. Played football for the Florida Gators, so I got a bonding experience with him and his love for the Florida Gators and his crew and his people and all of his friends who have made it into the NFL and have made that next jump because of that. So I have a special place in my heart for the Florida Gators, but I also really like Houston and the whole city of Houston as a whole. I traveled through Houston a lot, got friends that live out in Houston a lot, and if I go out to Houston, there's a lot higher likelihood that I'll run into someone in Houston who's seen this channel than me going out into the streets of San Antonio and finding someone from Florida who saw this channel. I'm rambling now. Anyways, okay, Clayton will be a legend. Send if he comes through. What's up, Alan Williams with the $2 super chat? Thank you, Alan. Is Walter Clayton playing? Raekwon King is asking. Raekwon? Yes. Did the diaper fund help? Yes, Father Time. The diaper fund did definitely help. The diaper fund actually bought the crib and the car seat and a few of the other things that we've got. Baby should be here any day, guys. We have a contingency plan in case Baby gets here today, but we're looking at that close of a window. Baby could be here any minute. And this is just going to be, what a good year, man. It's just been a very good year. Anyways, we're building a community out here, guys. You're watching Football Nation. Let's get back to basketball. That's enough of me. What up, CM? See you later. Fist bumps to one of my channel moderators out there. Why is Clayton choking? Is he scared? Let's talk about it, guys. Okay, let's talk about what we've seen in this game. And there is a lot to talk about, so let me get to the box scores. Oh, excuse me. Here we go. Team stats. Let's break all this down. This is not the usual halftime show, guys. Normally, halftime does not take this long. Right now, we're just going to roll with it because don't really have much of an option, do we? You can't make the halftime break go any faster. I can only calls it like I sees it, right? And that's what we like to do on this channel. We calls it like we sees it. Okay. Let's talk about team stats. You can see the numbers over here for yourself. From the free throw line, the Florida Gators are 100% from the free throw line. That does help, but they have not taken too many trips to the free throw line. That being said, they do trail by 3, and in this game, the Florida Gators have 28 points. The Houston Cougars have 31. Field goals made today. Field goals made today for the Florida Gators, 11 of 29 from the field. 14 of 37 for Houston. Thank you, Father Time, for that $2 super chat to the Diaper Fund. Appreciate you. Thank you, Father Time. So, three-pointers. Again, I'll say that fact one more time. Actually, this might be the better way to do it. This might be the better way to do it. Let's just do the quick head-to-head comparison. Okay. Okay. I think I'll go this way. It might be easier for me to read. I'm just going to go ahead and get off screen completely here. So, take a look at the Florida Gators. Take a look at the Houston Cougars, guys. The Florida Gators, 11 of 29 from the field. They're 37% from the court today. On the other side, Houston, 14 of 37 today. You can see their points, what they normally score during the regular season, and those stats up on the board right now. Three-pointers for both of these teams today, 28% from beyond the arc for the Gators, 14% from beyond the arc for the Houston Cougars. Today, 3 of 14 three-point shots have been made. Excuse me, 4 of 14. 4 of 14 three-point shots have been made by the Florida Gators. Just 2 of 14 three-point shots have been made today by the Houston Cougars. Y'all see what they normally score here as far as three-pointers go? Not looking great, honestly, for either of these two teams. Rebounds, total rebounds, the Florida Gators have 23 total rebounds to the 19 total rebounds there for the Houston Cougars. 3 of them offensive, so 3 offensive rebounds there for the Florida Gators. The rest of them are all defensive. 6 offensive rebounds for the Houston Cougars. The problem is that they cannot capitalize off of their own second chance buckets, which is kind of weird. You would hope that they could capitalize on those. Let me get my scrolling text correct. Okay. So those are like the total numbers for these teams. Assists, 8 assists here for the Florida Gators. The Gators moving the basketball pretty well. Houston playing a little bit more of hero ball. LJ Cryer trying to get something going, but Houston can't quite figure it out. We're still in the middle of halftime, y'all. When we get back, this will update here. So anyways, Ryder checking in right now. Ryder, the score is 28-31, my friend. 28-31. Brock saying 84-65 Houston. You know what, Brock? I like where your head's at. Let's do this. We're going to do this because our boy Brock just inspired me. Okay. What will the final score be? Second half getting started, y'all. I want you guys to try to bust out your crystal balls and predict the future. What will the final score be today, guys? Please be sure to include the team. Don't just put out a couple numbers. Make sure that you let me know which team you think will win. What's up, Mr. Patel? Good to have you in here. House of Memes saying go Gators. Neighborhood Superstar Wayne. What up, Neighborhood Superstar Wayne? Father Time saying 82-73 Houston. 75-68 Houston. So Micah thinking that Houston will win this one. Father Time thinking that Houston will win this one. I asked earlier, and 67% of you guys said that you believed the Florida Gators would win this game. Here we are starting the second half, and the Cougars are the ones with a 3-point lead. Cougars have plenty of time here. I mean, this is still anybody's game right now. Logan saying 84-75 Houston. Trevor saying 99-105 Houston. Those are NBA scores if I ever saw them. T's checking in. What up, T's? I see you. 73-68 Florida win. There we go. Robert pulling for the Gators here. Let's see. Most of you guys are rooting for Houston, though. I can see Leola, Druv, Greg, Florida wins. Clayton scores 40-plus points. I don't know if that's going to happen, Greg, but I love your enthusiasm, dude. We're still waiting to get the second half started, y'all. We are not missing any of the action so far. Here is the prop bet for today. Over under 19 points, 19.5 points for Walter Clayton Jr. So far, he is very, very much under. Walter Clayton Jr. very, very much under, considering he has a big fat 0. Take a look at that, guys. Walter Clayton Jr., 0. All right, guys, we're back to it. Game is on. Houston has the basketball, and we are now back to it. On the court right now for Houston, Cryer, Uzan, Tugler, Roberts, and Sharp, all of your starters out there right now. CJ Cryer, LJ Cryer, pump fakes on a 3-ball, play clock down to 10, has to get rid of that basketball. Juwan Roberts going to work his way in, working on Condon. They're going to call a blocking foul right there against Condon. Condon goes down. Juwan Roberts draws the foul. So Juwan Roberts draws the foul right there. Foul on Condon, and so we're going to get another inbounded pass right here. Waiting for the inbound. There it is. On the arc right now, LJ Cryer trying to work against Chinyelu. He puts this one up in his eye. Hits the 3-point shot over Chinyelu. Nice shot by LJ Cryer. Hits the 3, extends the lead. 34-28. Florida ball. Florida now looking to find a way in. There's a nice pass to the left-hand side. A reversal is stuffed right there. Houston gets the block, and Houston comes back the other way. Houston pulls up, shoots a 3. A block for Walter Clayton Jr. there as he blocks Emmanuel Sharp's fast break 3. Walter Clayton Jr., you don't see a lot of blocks from him. He was in the right place at the right time. There's the inbounded pass. Houston still has possession here. Uzan directing traffic. Uzan directing traffic. Here we go. A high screen, a little pick and roll right there. Another one back to back. Uzan finds Sharp. We've got a mismatch here. And so another pass here goes to Juwan Roberts. Roberts on a spin around toss up inside the paint. The shot does not fall. It is recovered by Florida. Walter Clayton Jr. finds Condon. Condon goes up for the dunk. The dunk is good. 2 points for Florida. Inbounds for Houston. The Gators trail by 4. Houston basketball. Gators trying to find their way back into this one right now. There's a 3-point shot that misses there by LJ Cryer. It is recovered by Chinyelu on the defensive rebound. They push the ball forward. Walter Clayton. There's a foul here. They're going to say offensive foul. Alex Condon, offensive foul, going to commit a turnover here. It was an off-ball foul, too. An off-ball foul, offensive foul. Interesting. Okay, guys. Florida, 2 fouls. Houston up by 4, 34-30. Houston with possession, 17 minutes and 57 seconds left to go in the second half of this game. Here's Uzan, a little spin move inside the paint. The shot is short. They're going to call a foul on this, and Uzan's going to go to the stripe to shoot a couple of shots right there. Condon definitely laying into Tugler. Good call by the official. That's another foul for Condon. Condon now has 2 fouls. He has 8 points, so at least Condon showed up from that regard. They needed him to, considering the fact that Walter Clayton Jr. has not scored a single point today. How has Walter Clayton Jr. not scored a single point? Anyways, Here is Uzan shooting the first of his 2 shots, and the first shot does fall. The score is 35-30. Houston with a 5-point lead. On the court right now for Houston, Cryer, Uzan, Tugler, Robertson, Sharp. The starters are still out there right now. We've got Will Richard, Alex Condon, Ruben Chinyelu, Elijah Martin, and Walter Clayton Jr. out on the court for the Florida Gators. Second shot falls there as well for Uzan. Inbounding the basketball now, Florida moving up court and moving the basketball around. Elijah Martin finds Chinyelu, Chinyelu to Condon, Condon to Martin, Martin working on Uzan. Walter Clayton Jr. wide open. A man goes down on the baseline there. Sharp, Emmanuel Sharp for Houston, goes down on the baseline. I thought I heard a whistle. This might be Houston basketball here. They're going to say Will Richard, a moving screen. He definitely drops that shoulder into it, but I don't know if that's moving or not. I think that might have been a good pick. Another foul, though, for the Florida Gators. That's 4 fouls for Florida already. LJ Cryer brings that ball down court. LJ Cryer working on Chinyelu right now. There's a foul here. This time, a foul. Tugler gets wrapped up right there. This time, Will Richard and Tugler. And you can hear the frustration starting to mount in the building right now, guys. Okay, let me try to explain what's going on with you. Back-to-back possessions here. Florida's been hit with offensive fouls off ball. So off-ball offensive fouls happening on back-to-back drives. This time, another wrap-up. This time it might be defensive here, and the foul is on Florida. So another Florida foul. This time it is Will Richard who's going to be fouled. And they're going to make this a technical. So technical foul this time. Florida needs to get themselves right. So Houston gets the shots. LJ Cryer makes the first of the 2 free throws on the technical foul. There was a technical foul that was called there. First free throw is good. Second free throw will miss. The score is 37-30. Houston will also get the basketball here on the technical. So, I'm guessing the technical was on the coaches, not on the foul that had happened. It was on the coaches, not on the foul that had happened. So, Houston not only gets the 2 free throws, they also get possession here. And Houston now has to inbound this one. 5 fouls already for Florida. We're not even 3 minutes into this half. And Florida's about to be into the bonus here. Here's the pass, inbounds, LJ Cryer, 3-point shot, hits from the corner, and that makes it a 10-point lead for Houston. Guys, I don't know what's happening right now, but Houston is cooking. Houston is cooking. There's a weird shot right there. Is there going to be a foul? Looks like Walter Clayton Jr. tried to put this one up right here. Walter Clayton Jr. tried to shoot that shot. Do we have the right? Where are we at? Yeah, we're up. We're up. We're good. Okay. Man, I'm thirsty. I didn't bring any water today. All right, y'all. Florida has the basketball. There's a 3-point shot that will come up short here. 17 minutes left to go. Another foul. Javier Francis, personal foul. Ruben Chinyelu draws the foul right there. So Chinyelu going to draw the foul. Third team wants to play. Refs. Third team wants to play. Anyways, over the back foul right there. Inbounded by Florida. Florida trails by 10. Here is Alex Condon. Fakes the handoff. Finds falls Walter Clayton. Walter Clayton being double teamed and pressed high here. Walter Clayton tries to find someone, tries to find Alex Condon, who was on the drive inside. He was expecting to see him out there on the perimeter, could not find him on the perimeter. Bad throw, bad pass. That's just a bad pass right there, and it looks like the Gators are starting to spiral, guys. The Gators are starting to struggle right here. Let's see what happens. 16:35 left to go. I'm going to recenter and refocus my energy back into this game right here. I'm getting a little distracted, so let's get focused. Houston with possession right now. This is Juwan Roberts. Juwan Roberts' left hand layup will fall, and the score is 42-30. Houston with a 12-point lead. 16 minutes left to go in this championship game. It's an 8-0 scoring run for Houston in the last 2 minutes. Here is a little ball movement and a three-point shot that they absolutely need, and it will not fall for the Florida Gators. And here come the Houston Cougars with a 12-point lead and a head full of steam. Juwan Roberts finds his way inside the paint. The shot will miss. Rebounded there. He called timeout. They called timeout here on his way out. Great play. Smart move. Losing his balance right there. Rebound made by Francis. Javier Francis calls a timeout as he falls out of bounds. This takes us to a commercial break as the timeout was called by Houston. Holy smokes, dude. What's up, guys? That was a lot of talking right there. I hope you guys were able to at least try to visualize the play calling there, or able to visualize what I was able to say. If I need to slow it down, I will do what I can. Let's see. Clayton stock down after today. Ed saying referees are clearly for Houston. Ed also saying nothing will win on the floor. 5 versus 7 on the floor is what it looks like. Refs for Houston, says Kenpo Karate. Refs versus Florida. Richard stock up, says Father Time. The Gators are cooked. Some Gator nuggets. Thank you, 3D Main. All right, guys, we are in the middle of a commercial break right now. When we get back from this commercial break, the Gators are struggling right now. They are down by 12. Down by 12 are the Gators. Thank you, Ryan Adams. I appreciate that, man. That means a lot, Ryan. I appreciate that, especially if you have access to the game and you're still choosing to listen to this content. Over 1,000 people watching this live stream currently, guys. If y'all are with me and I've had your attention for 5-10 minutes, please don't forget to hit that like button. I'd like to get to at least 500 likes today if we can possibly do that. Would love any support that you guys are willing to give me from that side. So it does help the algorithm and helps other people find content just like this. So thank you, guys. Okay. We did our trivia quiz. The trivia quiz was great. Or at least it was fun, nevertheless. Again, guys, these are your starters today for this team. The Gators, they're employing Chinyelu, Alex Condon, Will Richard, Elijah Martin, and Walter Clayton. Right now, the only person who is not on the court that should be on the court that is a starter is actually Chinyelu. Instead, right now, we've got Hauck, who's in right now. But these guys have all been performing, I guess, kind of decent. Today, Alex Condon has 8 points, 5 rebounds. Today, Will Richard has 14 points, 5 rebounds, and an assist. Elijah Martin has 2 points, 1 rebound, no assist. And shockingly, to everyone's surprise, Walter Clayton Jr., not a single point in this game. And I think that was the game plan for Houston coming into this one. If you can shut down Walter Clayton Jr., you're going to have to force these other guys to do more. You're going to have to force these other guys to do more. And really, they haven't. Like, the bench has not showed up today. So right now, Hauck is on the court. He's got 2 points, 2 assists. I'm sorry, 2 points, 2 rebounds, no assists. And nobody else out here even has anything going on. Chinyelu's got points, and Handlockton has 2 points as well. But the rest of the bench, like, the bench points don't exist. There are 4 points off of the bench right now for this team, and that's not going to do it. Inbounding the ball right now is Houston. Houston with basketball in hand. The score is 42-30. LJ Cryer off the dribble, working on Walter Clayton Jr., trying to man up right there. The step back J after the turnaround will miss as it goes on the left side of the rim. Recovered there by Florida. Florida now has the basketball, and they push this up court. There is Condon wide open for the dunk as he puts that one down, making this a 10-point game. 15-21 left to go. Defense is winning. The defense is winning right now, Father Time. Here we go. Houston working their way back in. Houston with the ball. Off the dribble right here, Uzan gets stripped right there by Walter Clayton. That'll be a steal for Walter Clayton Jr. Can he handle this one? He gets the contact as he goes up, and he gets his first trip to the line, and this might be his first points of the day. My gosh, Walter Clayton Jr. has been completely shut down. He gets not only an assist on the previous play before, he also picks up a foul here, and we're going to a TV timeout, but when we get back from the commercial break, Walter Clayton Jr. will shoot a pair of free throws, and we will have action to finish off the second half of this game. 15 minutes left to go in the second half here. That prop bet has been scrolling by for long enough, guys. This is the spread for today's contest. Shout out to Dustin Barlow. When fake fouls on picks are not called, not much you can do. Facts. Okay, Houston fans, y'all getting too excited too early, says Octavius Bailey. Let's do another pulse check with you guys, yeah? Let's find out. Guys, let's start a new poll. I had that one up for way too long. Let's find out. Who are you rooting for? Who are you guys rooting for? Florida Gators? Houston Cougars? Well, I ain't never turned down no Cougar before. All right, that was terrible. Who are you guys rooting for today, man? That's different from who do you think is going to win. It's a very different question, right? If you think Houston's going to win, but you're a Gators fan, just drop Gators for me. Let's see your Gators, or let's see your school colors. If you're a Gators fan, drop your alligators out there. Octavius saying Gators. Elijah's saying Gators. Vesperian saying Houston. Flag was 12 when Cryer was a freshman in college. Facts. The fact that he's still in is it's just a little bit of salt, dude. I see you throwing a little bit of shade at Cryer right there. There we go. We've got Alligator. Did I say that? Algier? Kelly B, what up, Kelly? How you doing? We got House of Memes checking in. We've got Gators saying Cougars. I see you. Car edits, Kenpo Karate. Leola all about them Cougars. Kemper Karate about his Gators. Robert about the Gators today. Nice. I see you guys out there. Sweet. All right, Gators fans. Let's take a quick look here. I know a lot of you guys have probably seen this one already, but actually, I don't know if I've shown this one out today. We were talking about Will Richard because he was the highest scoring. But let's take a quick look at these point guards today. How about this, y'all? How about the fact that this man has been so good all season long? Walter Clayton Jr., 18 points per game is what he averages. And right now, as we come back from this commercial break, he is now at the stripe after 25 minutes of basketball with 0 points to his name today, looking to get his first points of the game. Here's Walter Clayton Jr. getting ready to shoot his first pair of free throws. Florida down 32-42 with less than 15 minutes left to go. They're showing that right now. This season, 18.5. I love when that happens. That first free throw will fall, ladies and gentlemen. The Florida Gators. The first free throw here for Walter Clayton Jr. is good. The score is now 33-42. The second shot for Walter Clayton Jr. will fall. Walter Clayton has shot some shots today. I tell you what, man. It's been rough out there for him. But doesn't matter. The score is now 34-42. Houston with the lead. Houston with the ball. Jawan Roberts working on Alex Condon right now as he backs him down. A little spin around as he tries to put it up off the glass. He's successful in that. The shot will fall for Houston, and Florida inbounds this one. Florida coming back. A shot there for Walter Clayton Jr. will not fall. Walter Clayton struggling all day. Good hustle as he dives to keep that ball in bounds. Houston gets possession here. Houston right now is 4 of 9 in this half. They've sunk 2 3-pointers. And Houston has only turned the ball over 3 times. Meanwhile, the Florida Gators have turned the ball over 12 times today. Another foul. This time, it looks like it's Houck who's going to be charged for the foul right there. Let's see what's going on. Thanks, Disc Golf. I was just reading your comments. You're talking about my days from back when I was a bartender, sir. Oh, those days are far behind me, my friend. But I would have kept you entertained. All right, guys, Houston in the bonus right now. Going to get to shoot a couple of free throws after every foul that happens at this point. Houston's going to get to shoot. So that's the first shot right there. The first shot does fall for Emmanuel Sharp. Emmanuel Sharp now has 3 points. This will be number 4. He's been terrible from the field. He misses the second free throw as well. Florida gets the rebound. And Florida trails by 11. Houston leads by 11. Florida with possession. Florida trying to narrow the gap right here. Moving the basketball around. That's Houck who shoots a 3-point shot. That is no good. Recovered by Condon. There is a foul on that side. It will remain right here as indicated by the official. The official saying that ball stays here. Houck, his shot no good. Walter Clayton Jr. ice cold today. Guys, Walter Clayton Jr. is ice cold today. He does have 7 assists, but that's not going to win this game for his team. If he wants to be that guy, he needs to put his team on his back and find a way to get some points right now. 2 points, 2 rebounds, 7 assists. That's all he's got. They're showing this replay right now. They're showing a foul here. They're saying Alex Condon was fouled on that one. It looked like he was pushing Juwan Roberts back with the arm. I don't think that was that. I'm an Indiana Hoosier fan next year, so go Hoosiers, says Davey. Reading the comments right now. Guys, they're reviewing this right here. There's something that's under review at this moment. Let's see what happens. Let's see what they're going to say. Thank you guys for helping out with hitting that like button. We're now sitting at 185 likes. Thank you guys. Appreciate that. Definitely could use some H2O. There is an official review happening right now on the court, guys. An official review happening right now on the court. Florida Gators have given up 7 fouls, y'all. Alex Condon trying to box out Juwan Roberts, but he's got the arm up and in his throat. So I don't know what's there to review. Condon's hand was grabbed. It was grabbed, Dustin. You are correct. Houston in the bonus early, very early, dude. They were in the bonus with like 16 minutes left to go, bro. They were in there like super early. The transfer window really killed the Cinderellas. Oh, it absolutely did, Germ. That was the best part of March Madness. I don't know. I like seeing the best teams. Upgraded foul at Football Nation. Thank you for letting me know. So, it was a foul. We're now inbounding this one. Thomas Houck draws the foul. Thomas Houck gets the inbounded ball. Houck will go up and get bumped again. So this time, Javier Francis will foul here. Javier Francis will run into Houck. Actually steps on his ankle, which is kind of awkward. And this time the ball is inbounded once again. Okay, guys. On the move, the Florida Gators need points and they need them fast. There's a foul again. Come on. Let these guys play. Can the officials give out double technicals? Like, just let these guys play. Another foul. That's 3 fouls there. This time Francis is pushing on Condon. That's for sure a foul, though. He doesn't have the right to that space. Okay, come on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get back into this. Basketball has been inbounded. Play clock with 15 seconds. There's plenty of time right now. Here is Houck. Kicks this one out. Kicks that one out to Aberdeen. Aberdeen finds some space off the glass. Easy layup. Good angle right there. Aberdeen gets the bucket. And so the Gators now trail by 9, 36-45. Houston today has 5 players with 6+ points. You can see that. Look at how well. You can see the numbers over here. Look at how well the Houston team has been playing. Moving the basketball around. Wide open shot. Uzan for 3. Short. It is offensive rebounded there by Jawan Roberts. Jawan Roberts working on Condon now. Jawan Roberts thinks he can take this one inside the paint. Condon's defense too good. The shot will not fall. The ball comes back the other way. Florida needs another bucket here to get back into this one. Condon will hand this one off. This time, step back shot. Martin, yes, will hit. The 3-point shot is good, and the score is 39-45. The Gators now trail by 6 as they fight their way back into it. 5 points today for Martin, hitting the shot when they needed it the most. Houston with the basketball now. Houston off the dribble. Cryer finds a man outside. Back to Cryer. Cryer with 10 seconds left to go. Double teamed wide open there. Back to Cryer. Give and go. Cryer blocked. The shot's blocked. Coming back the other way. Florida 2-on-2. Lays it up and in. The foul and 1. Thomas Houck will get to shoot for an extra shot, an extra point right there. And the Florida Gators, just like that, make this a 4-point game. Wow. What a tough shot, too, on the finger roll. Houck, look at him flexing right there. Get you some, big dog. Let's go. So now Houck will get to shoot a shot right here to make this a 3-point play. What's going on here? Did someone call a timeout? So, looks like timeout will be called here by the Houston Cougars. Houston Cougars going to take a timeout, and that means that they only have 1 left, guys. So the Houston Cougars call a timeout. They only have 1 left. Ooh. And this is a 4-point game. This is good basketball. See, so I hear what you were saying earlier about those Cinderella stories. The Cinderella stories, they are cool. It's nice to have those in the bracket. But when you get the best of the best and all the best teams are really going at it in the Final Four, I mean, that makes for great matchups, which is what we've seen in the last 3 games. The 2 games on Saturday and this game today. This is a really solid game, guys. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but we are in a 4-point game right now with 12 minutes left to go in the championship game of college basketball. This is not a drill. Like, this is happening right now, y'all. Like, this is – honestly, this is pretty sweet. It's pretty dope. Anyways, let's check out some of these comments. Let's see what's going on with you guys. The game about to get ugly. Go Gators, says I am Chad Frazier. What is up, Chad? Gator Chomp, time for a Cougar 8-0 run. All right, guys, while we're in this timeout break, let's ask y'all a quick question. We are in the middle of a commercial break. You are not missing any of the action right now. This is my favorite question. I always ask this question. I'm just curious, where are you guys watching from? I want to interact with you guys and get to know y'all. I know that I looked at the analytics from the last 2 games, and about 50% of the viewers who are watching this live stream right now, first of all, I was shocked to see how many of you guys are actually watching this on a TV and not just on your phones. Like, TV is slowly taking over and YouTube is out there, so I'm actually on someone's TV somewhere out there. But a lot of you guys are new. 50% of you guys are new, so let's see what's up with you guys. Let's see, Germ saying Honolulu. What up, Germ? How you doing? Sean out in Philly. You should do this full time. I'm doing that, sir. I'm working on it, IMG Studios. We're working on it. We got Dano in San Antonio. What's up, dude? So am I. We are in San Antonio, Texas, the big 2-0, the Alamo City. Jacksonville, Florida, says Nicholas. What up, Nicholas? How you doing? Disc Golf out in Connecticut. Brooke in Alaska. What up, Brooke? How you doing? Thanks for checking in. James Peak in Florida. We got Big Mike in Atlanta. Father Time down by the river. Down by the river, says Father Time. Robert Zamora, the big 2-0. Thank you, sir, for checking in. Dustin saying the refs called it one way till 2 minutes ago. Sean Gregory, Philly. Boswell, Phoenix, Arizona. What up, Boswell? All right, guys, we're getting back to the game. I always ask these questions at, like, a really tough time. as we get back into this. For those of you leaving comments out here, thank you guys so much. Beatbox, Andres, Manny, Bobby, Nicholas, Randy, Dustin, Isaiah, Kelly, all of you guys. Giovanni, I see y'all out there commenting. Trevor, I appreciate you saying I'm listening from work with my earbuds. Thanks for checking in, Trevor. Shout out to those of you in Denton, Texas, in Florida, in Indonesia. I see you, Bradley. I see you, Randy, in Arizona. All right, guys. Thomas Houck going to the stripe to get the extra point there. Make it a 3-point game. The bucket does fall, and we are going back to the action. You guys are an awesome crowd. Thank you, guys. Here we go. So, Uzan bringing this ball up court right now. Sharp now, jab step, steps back after that jab step. Walter Clayton corrals that missed shot. Walter Clayton in trouble, has to find a man. Back to Clayton. Clayton gonna work. Clayton nowhere to go there. He finds someone on the perimeter. The three-point shot will not fall. Denzel Aberdeen misses the three-point shot. Here we go. Houston on the drive. Wide open in the corner. Cryer. Yes! Cryer's shot falls. And that makes it a 48-42 game. 6 points. 6 points splitting these teams up. LJ Cryer with 15 points today doing what he does. Okay, Florida now with possession. Florida on the drive. Aberdeen, an extra pass right there, a foul on the shot. Lucky, because that was an ugly shot right there from Micah Hanlockton. Hanlockton will go to the stripe for a couple of free throws here. Cryer's shot hits that three ball. Man, that was nasty. Aberdeen with a beautiful pass underneath. There was an I don't know how you miss a layup from 1 foot out. Hanlockton should have had a three-point play right there. But Hanlockton does not. Instead, he does get a trip to the line. He looks like... Who's that? Forgot his name. Doesn't matter. His first shot will actually miss, ladies and gentlemen. So Hanlockton has 2 points today. He gets a trip to the line. He shoots. He misses. The score remains a 6-point spread. 6 points, 11 minutes. That is correct. That is correct, Bob. There's the shot. The second shot for Hanlockton misses. Back-to-back missed free throws will not help Florida in this game. Houston gets that one, and it looks like LJ Cryer is going to push this ball forward. Uzan off the dribble. Uzan working inside the paint. A short shot does not get above the rim even. Here we go. We've now got a 1-on-2 situation. Step back shot will not fall. Second chance effort trying to tip it back in. Cannot tip it back in. And Hanlockton's shot will also miss. Houston coming back the other way with it. Houston, LJ Cryer with a big move, a step to the right, and a missed shot there from three-point land. That is rebounded by Walter Clayton, I should say. Walter Clayton's shot will miss. Man, this is just ugly basketball now. How many missed shots now at this point? Just ever once along came Pauly, make it rain, and just throwing it up in the air. That's kind of what it looks like right now. How is Walter Clayton Jr. 0 for 6? He's 0 for 11. He's just trash right now. I'll just say that. Anyways, Houston with the basketball. Shot clock down to 5. This time, someone's going to have to take a shot. It looks like Tugler is going to put it up and miss. Is that a foul or is that a shot clock violation? It is a shot clock violation. Tugler airballs the layup. Another completely missed shot. I just don't get it. There for sure should have been a foul right there. Clayton Jr. upset that he keeps getting tagged on these shots. Clayton has only 2 points, and they're both off of free throws. Disc golf. Walter Clayton Jr. just 2 points off of free throws. Anyways, they've missed their last 4 shots right now. Florida with the basketball. That is going to be a turnover here as a bad pass ends up in the hands of the Houston Cougars. LJ Cryer going to take his time. 9.5 minutes left to go. They have a 6-point lead. The Houston defense has held the Florida Gators to just 42 points with 9 minutes left to go in this game. Houston with possession. A little jump step right there. A little separation. The shot is no good, but it is an offensive rebound for Houston. LJ Cryer with the floater. A missed shot there. There is a foul on the play. Joseph Tugler, personal foul over the back. It's going to be Florida ball. Okay, so Florida gets the basketball. Joe Johnson saying, make it rain. All of Houston's roster will be playing in Spain in 3 years, so enjoy it now, says Dustin Barlow. They went downhill ever since, says Joe Johnson. Holding the ball with 9 minutes is dumb. That is not wrong, Father Time. Clayton needs Gatorade. I could use some Gatorade right now. Page Girl 101 Solutions, what's up? Thanks for checking in. The Dice Matrix. There's the shot, guys. This is going to be good. So it looks like there was a foul there, and Denzel Aberdeen gets a shot at 2. So Denzel Aberdeen now shooting a couple of shots. Both teams in the bonus. Both teams in the bonus right now. The Dice Matrix making me laugh. The second shot is good. It's now a 4-point game here. Houston inbounds the basketball. Second half bench points. It looks like the second half the bench has come alive here for Florida, getting them back into this one. Houston with the basketball, 9 minutes left to go. Here is Uzan. Uzan working on Aberdeen. Uzan passes that out to the left. Wilson now with possession. Wilson, ball on his left side. Wilson takes the step back over Walter Clayton Jr. The shot misses. That is brought down by Chinyelu. Walter Clayton Jr. kicks that out to Martin. Martin puts that one inside. There's a foul on the layup. Chinyelu gets fouled on the way up. Chinyelu will now take a trip to the free throw line. So Chinyelu now going to get a chance to shoot a couple of free throws. He is not a good free throw shooter, I will say that. Has not been good all day. There are some shitty calls, says Brian Hahn. Yeah, man. There are. Hidden Diamonds basketball. Don't just let the refs keep the Gators in this. Clayton is the biggest choke. Are you for real? Honestly, for real, Hizzy. There's the first free throw. It hits every side of the rim before coming out. Chinyelu's first shot does not fall. The score remains 44-48. These refs are keeping it close. I see all of you guys out there in that comment area. Thank you guys, man. Brick City. Building a house with all those bricks, huh, Sammy? 8:30 left to go, guys. There's the second shot there. Chinyelu does hit on the second shot. The score is now 48-45. 8:30 left to go in this basketball game. Bringing it up court right now is Uzan. Uzan passing this one around. Right now we've got Malik Wilson with ball in hand. Emmanuel Sharp out there right now as well. Excuse me, that's Arsenault out there right now. Jawan Roberts trying to find his way in the paint. Jawan Roberts, that ball goes out of bounds, and the officials say that that is off of Florida, so they're going to get a baseline inbound pass. I don't know if I believe that. Yeah, okay, that's fair. So Houston will now inbound this one. Uzan, the man to inbound this one. Got to find someone inside. That is Jawan Roberts who gets the inbound pass. He misses the layup right here. This time Walter Clayton Jr. coming back the other way. Walter Clayton trying to get that pick and roll. He doesn't care. He drives off the left hand, lays it up off the glass, and one. And that's why he's the man. A little late in the game, but he does show up here. It's 47-48, and he gets a shot at the line, which means they could tie it up right here on that layup from Walter Clayton. Good body adjustment, hanging high in the air. Last-minute adjustment while he takes the contact. You don't see that every day, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys. So this does take us to a commercial break. Walter Clayton today is 1 of 7. That does count as a shot, so that would make it his first made shot of the day. Ridiculous. That is honestly ridiculous. That's his first made shot of the day. The other 2 points came from free throws. So let's step away from college basketball for just a moment. We've got about 1,400 people in here right now. Let's take a quick look around the NBA. At this moment, Oklahoma City Thunder, ladies and gentlemen, they lead the Western Conference. They are number 1 in the Western Conference for the NBA. Houston Rockets at number 2. Los Angeles Lakers at number 3. How about that 48-30 record? Here's what's interesting about the Western Conference. Denver Nuggets at 4, not that, but the fact that we've got one, two, three, four teams in the Western Conference that have the exact same record. It is anybody's. It is anybody. All of this can change, guys. And as y'all know from football, when one team's over here, right, you kind of, that's how you match them. And so this means something at this point. We're getting into the dog days of the NBA season. We're getting into the dog days of the NBA. And so up until number 8, this is who's actually in the playoffs. 9 and 10 on the outside looking in. Sorry, Mavericks fans. It's been a tough year for you guys. In the Eastern Conference, guys, it's a little more clear-cut right now. You've got teams in the playoffs that are under 500. So I think for the first time, I guess I can't say for the first time in a long time. I feel like the West has kind of dominated basketball in the past few years. But the Cleveland Cavaliers do lead in the East, 62-16. The Boston Celtics are 58-20. The New York Knicks are 50-28. The Indiana Pacers are number 4 on this list. 5, 6, 7, 8 are Milwaukee Bucks, Detroit Pistons, Orlando Magic, and Atlanta Hawks. The Chicago Bulls are just 2 games behind the number 8 spot, and the Miami Heat are very close to getting in as well. If Orlando and Atlanta drop a couple of games, we could see the Bulls and Miami both getting into the playoffs at some point. What up, Prepper 101? Good to have you in here, my guy. Rach asking about the score. It is very close. The score is 47-48. We are getting back from the commercial break that we were just in, ladies and gentlemen. And now that we're getting back from this commercial break, Walter Clayton Jr. will shoot one extra free throw to try and tie this one up. He was just fouled before this commercial break. 7:54 left to go. The Gators trail 47-48 to the Houston Cougars. Here we go. What you say, Houston has more talent, but Florida is better coached. Houston needs to get their stuff together or they will lose, says What You Say. What you say? Okay, got him, says Ryan. These nuts. Sorry. Okay. Hey, we like to have fun. All right, guys. The Florida Gators out here to put up a shot. Houston just older and experienced. It has nothing to do with talent, says Dustin Barlow. That was the case for Saturday, Dustin. The shot right there will fall for Walter Clayton Jr., and he now has 5 points today. Walter Clayton Jr. now has 5 points today. He's starting to warm up a little bit here. 7:45 left to go. 7 times this game has been tied. Only 2 lead changes right now. Houston up by 8. Houston all tied up. There's the shot. The score is 48-48. I don't know why I said up by 8. A rebounded shot right there. Recollect myself. A missed shot right there by Uzan. It was rebounded by Jawan Roberts. Jawan Roberts tried to kick that one out, and it was tipped away by Florida. It is Houston basketball. Houston with 7:30 left to go right now in this game. Play clock down to 6. Uzan finds Jawan Roberts inside. Jawan Roberts working on Chinyelu. Chinyelu gets the stop right there, but there is a foul. Chinyelu not happy about it. His teammates telling him to just kind of calm down a little bit. We can't afford another technical. They're saying, just chill, bro. We're tied up. It's 7 minutes left to go. But Jawan Roberts is going to get a shot at the free throw line. So, foul by Chinyelu. Jawan Roberts goes to the free throw line. His frustration is just, he's not happy about that. That was genuinely like he was pissed at the official. And the officials, oh, they are going to hit him with the technical because he bounced the ball off the court and looked at the referee and yelled at the ref. And so a technical foul there against Chinyelu. 2 free shots right now for the Houston Cougars and Houston ball. Florida needs to get it together right now because that is not how you win games. There's the shot. LJ Cryer's shot is good. The first shot will fall for Houston. Here comes the next one. The Cougs need to wake up. This is real competition, says Bob. The second shot for LJ Cryer off the front of the rim, but it does get the shooter's roll, and it goes in. Okay. Chinyelu now going out to the bench. So on the court right now for Florida, Condon, Clayton, Houck, Martin, and Aberdeen. On the court for Houston, Cryer, Roberts, Wilson, Uzan, and Sharp. Okay, so the technical free throws are now out of the way, and now it's Jawan Roberts' turn to shoot his free throws as he was fouled before Chinyelu got all uppity. And so the first shot for Roberts does not fall. The first shot is no good. The score is 50-48, Houston. Are you guys still tracking? Are you digging? Do you understand where we're at right now? The two free throws that just happened were the technical that happened for Chinyelu, and now the first of the two free throws missed. The second shot is away. The second shot does land right there. The score is now 51-48. It's a three-point game, and it's Florida ball. So Florida now has the basketball. Florida going to work its way up the court. Walter Clayton Jr. moving the ball around. Back to Clayton Jr. That is going to be an easy layup. He gets contact right there as well. Looked like there was a foul on that one and one, and the Gators will get another chance for a three-point play. Time to close the game, Houston. Manny saying technical fouls. William Santiago saying Ohio in the house. What up, William? I see you with the flex out there. Don't forget the goaltending Florida got away with in the first half. Don't you forget it, Bicel. All right, Walter Clayton Jr., 87% free throw shooter. He hits that one. The score is all tied up, 51-51, boys and girls. Let's do this. 51-51, 7 minutes left to go. Houston with possession, working their way up the court. Moving that ball, LJ Cryer with ball in hand. Now he's working on, looks like he was working on Houck. Now he's working on Condon. A bit of a mismatch right there. Here's the drive. A spin move, steps back, tries to shoot. The shot is weak. It falls short. That is recovered by Walter Clayton Jr. That is going to be a tough shot right there, and that is not going to fall for Elijah Martin. Coming back, pushing the envelope. Houston trying to mismatch right now. That is Wilson. Malik Wilson will lay that one up on the teardrop, and Houston now has a 2-point lead. Florida ball. Malik Wilson, 9 points today. He's 4 from 9 from the court. Uh-oh. Someone slipped on the court. Easy layup. Lanes open up right there for Florida, and that's going to be Denzel Aberdeen who makes Houston pay. The score is now 53-53, and Houston brings the ball up court. We're now in the front court here. Points in the paint, 18 for Houston. There's a shot from three-point land, and it lands! Emmanuel Sharp from 3 feet behind the arc hits that one almost at the logo. Emmanuel Sharp now has 6 points. A big shot there. 3-point lead for Houston. There's the drive. Changes the mind. There's a pass inside. Condon lays it up and in. Timeout going to be called here. Wow. A lot of ball movement. Good effort right there. Houck finding a way to move the ball around. They're showing Aberdeen's layup right there after the slip. They're showing that big shot from Emmanuel Sharp. Was this a timeout or it was a Florida timeout, excuse me. Not a Cougar timeout, it was a Florida timeout. Timeout called by Florida, and we go back to another commercial break. All right, guys, we're pretty 50-50, huh? Almost 1,000 votes right now. Florida Gators, 48%. Houston Cougars, 52%. All right, y'all. So, let's start the poll. Let's do one more. Why not? This is fun, right? This is crunch time, and no team will get 70 points. Will either team score 70 points today? Yes or no? Now that you said that, I like that. See, you guys inspire me. You guys literally inspire me. Okay. The score is 56-55. Houston up by 1. 5:30 left to go in this game. Houston getting ready to inbound this ball. It is Houston's basketball right now. And Florida needs to kind of get themselves settled back in. That's what that timeout was all about. Coach wanted to talk this one over. Houston has missed 9 of their last 11 shots. So it's not looking very good for Houston. There's a good drive. Emmanuel Sharp on the drive. Emmanuel Sharp gets that one in as he lays that one off the glass. Here we go. Let's get back to it. I've got the court underneath for you guys. Condon backing up a man right now. Condon not going to be able to work right now. Does end up finding an open player here. Here's Hauk. Hauk with about 7 seconds left will have to pass that off to Elijah Martin. Elijah Martin loses his balance. A whistle comes in, and the officials are going to say that that is going to be a foul on L.J. Cryer. L.J. Cryer, personal foul. Will Richard draws the foul. I don't know if I saw that or not, but Will Richard apparently getting fouled there. I didn't even... A push from behind, a bump from behind. He definitely deserves an Oscar for selling that one in the bonus. Here's the free throw. The shot is good. Okay, so Will Richard hits that shot. Will Richard today, ladies and gentlemen, leads this Florida Gators unit offensively with points. Thank you for the diaper fund, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. I appreciate that, Father Time. Let's go. High fives. High fives and fist bumps to all of you guys who are new watching this game. Fist bumps to all of you guys. There's the second free throw. Both shots will drop here for Will Richard. Will Richard now has 16 points today as we inbound this one and come back the other way. All right, guys, Houston with the basketball. And Sharp is under pressure quickly. Sharp does find Javier Francis. Javier Francis, Sharp are out there right now. Ball in the hands of Uzan. Uzan finds Jawan Roberts. Jawan Roberts tries to lay it in off the rim, but it is cleaned up. That mess is cleaned up by Javier Francis, who dunks that one down. Good offensive rebound. Houston all over the boards right now. Florida working. Florida with the ball now. 12 offensive rebounds for Houston. Florida with possession. Florida working their way in, running out of time, though. Condon has possession. Condon inside the paint, trying to work on it. Left side, misses the layup. It's recovered by Uzan. Uzan wants to take his time now. Why speed things up? 3:45 left to go. It's a three-point game. Houston has the lead. Houston has the ball. 15 seconds left on the play clock. Emmanuel Sharp with ball in hand. Now Jawan Roberts back to Sharp. Sharp working on Aberdeen. Feeds a man inside to Cryer. Cryer was on the sideline. Out of bounds. L.J. Cryer. Houston turnover. Florida Gators basketball. 3-point game, a costly mistake right there. And Gators get the ball back with 3:24. This should take us to a quick TV timeout, official TV timeout. How you doing, gorgeous? Hey, do you love me? Can you help me out? I'm really, like, dry-mouthed right now. Can you bring me something? Awesome. Thank you. Okay. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, you guys are watching Football Nation. How many of you guys have been with me for at least 5 minutes? How many of you guys have been with me for at least 10 minutes? KK Butter saying, please. Go Gators, please. Cy Queen. Is that Sequina? Miss Reese. Is it Miss or Mrs. Reese? Miss Reese, Mrs. Reese, thanks for checking into the conversation out here. Edwin Jones saying, Mama's home. She sure is. Manny Villarreal says 30 minutes. 30 minutes? You've been with me for 30 minutes, Manny? Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Fist bumps to you, bro. Content Plug saying since about halftime. Nice. Nice. Thank you. Appreciate that. All right, guys. So if y'all like this style of play calling and you guys don't want to lose this channel, you can make a mental note. You are watching Football Nation. Or you guys can just subscribe to the channel now, and that way, whenever I go live, you guys will be notified. For the rest of the NBA season, well, we are going to go live again. The next time that I go live is going to be for the NFL draft. So I will be live for draft day 1, for the first draft day. But after that, I probably won't go live again until the NBA season gets into the playoffs. Once the NBA season goes into the playoffs, I will strategically pick the games that work best for our schedule. Of course, we are going to have a new baby here, so that's going to make things a little bit difficult, but we will find a way to get these games to you guys. And if you guys want to keep up with me and watch the NBA playoffs with me, subscribe to Football Nation. We'll get through this together, guys. Whatever your reason is for watching this channel, whether you are stuck at work, maybe you're visually impaired, maybe you just don't like your regular TV commentators, whatever the case might be, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for being here. Appreciate you guys. Okay, I see a lot of new names. Dude, y'all go look at the other play-by-play videos. Horrible. Well, thank you, Hizzy. I appreciate that, dude. Love you, too. It's my beautiful wife over there. All right, appreciate you guys. Hey, man, I'm digging it. I'm digging y'all's enthusiasm. I'm here to bring you guys every play that I can, every dribble, every pass, every shot, every rebound, every steal. I'm here for you. I hope so. I am. Okie dokie. So we're going to get back to this one now, ladies and gentlemen. It's a 3-point game. Again, before the break, LJ Cryer just stepped out of bounds. So it is Gators ball. Gators trail by 3. It has been dead silence from Walter Clayton Jr. most of the game. He now has 6 points, 8 points at this moment. On the court right now for Florida as they inbound the basketball, Richard, Condon, Clayton, Houck, and Martin. Houck off the dribble here hits Walter Clayton Jr. Clayton Jr. 3-point shot is good. Walter Clayton Jr. for 3. Now has double-digit points to 11, and just like that, he turned it up late. A lot of you guys said nobody would get to 70 points. We're now sitting at 60-60 with 2:57 left to go. Houston with the ball. Kicks this one out to LJ Cryer. Cryer working on a double team right now. Give and go back to Cryer. Cryer is going to have to make this shot happen as he drives inside the paint. The finger roll doesn't go, but the second chance bucket does. He gets his own rebound and tips his own shot back in. LJ Cryer with another one, 19 points. Here's Florida coming back the other way. Florida turning around, facing away from the rim, tries to shoot a 3-point shot. Offensive rebound, a nasty swat right there by Javier Francis. It's a 2-point game. Looks like Will Richard off the offensive rebound tried to put that one up. Will Richard was fouled on the way up. He will go to the stripe and shoot a couple of free throws. Let's see if the Gators can tie this one up. Will Richard. First free throw for Will Richard will fall. The score is now 61-62. I'm doing this whole thing without my fan on. No wonder it's so hot in here. Okay. Will Richard with a second free throw coming his way to tie this game up, y'all. This is going to be a tied game right here. There's that second free throw. It does bounce and rattle the rim a little bit before going in, but it does indeed go in. 2 minutes left to go in this game. It's all tied up. The score is 0-0, and here is Cryer. They're saying that there was a hit behind the back. Juwan Roberts draws the foul. Alex Condon, another foul, off-ball foul here. Daryl Spencer, I don't have a horse in this race. I just like covering good sports, man. That's what it's all about. It's about getting you guys hyped up. And if you're entertained, then I'm doing my job. So in the bonus, after that foul, Alex Condon fouled Tugler. So Tugler is going to shoot a couple of free throws. The first free throw for Tugler is good. The first free throw hits. So the score is now 63-62 with 2:05 left to go. Are you following right now, guys? Here's the situation. Joseph Tugler's about to shoot his second free throw. It will miss. Florida recovers the rebound here. Walter Clayton Jr. brings the ball up the court. Trailing by 1, the Florida Gators. A 3-point shot. Walter Clayton misses off the back of the rim. And it's rebounded there by Juwan Roberts of Houston. Houston Cougars coming back with it. They should have taken their time on that possession. Anyways, Houston going to take their time. Uzan passing this one out to the right. This time we've got Tugler with the ball. Tugler in trouble. He's got a lot of hand checking happening around him right now. Uzan in control. Play clock down to 8. That shot gets tipped right there. It's blocked, and it goes out of bounds. It will be Houston's ball, but the shot clock will not reset. 4 1.3 left to go. Good block right there. Will Richards' block. Will Richards' block is going to make a big difference, I think. So that is blocked. A blocked shot. Houston retains possession 4 seconds before they got to get this one up. And it goes straight to Cryer. Cryer, a difficult shot. Offensive rebound, though. Houston will lose possession. It is Florida Gators ball. And Florida, coach is saying replay. Coach is saying, I want a replay of that. They are going to take a look at this right now. So Joseph Tugler getting in the tussle right there. Oh, that's clearly Florida ball. That's all Florida ball. It's off of Tugler's left arm as that goes out. So this will be Gators ball. There's no need to review, man. Come on. This should take 8 seconds. This should take not even. This should take that much time. That's crystal clear. No need to review this one, boys and girls. They're going to do it anyways, but I don't think there's any need to review this one. So, appreciate you guys hanging out with me. So far in this game, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk some stats while this one continues to get reviewed, although it doesn't need to be. In this game, Florida Gators have 62. Houston has 63. The Gators have made 21 of 52. They're 40% from the field. The Houston Cougars have made 24 of 69. They're 34% from the field. But they have been able to hit. I mean, both teams have 6 3-pointers. And Houston has less free throws made. This has clearly been a weird it just doesn't make sense to me. The math isn't mathing. I'm trying to break this down in my head, but the math isn't mathing. Anyways, offensive rebounds for the Houston Cougars, 13 to the 7 for the Florida Gators. That's making a huge difference right now. But the defensive rebounds for the Gators is a big discrepancy there as well. 30 defensive rebounds for the Gators to the 22. Anyways, let's inbound this one. Thank you guys for helping us get to 27-1. Florida with possession. Walter Clayton Jr. finds Condon. Condon in trouble. Condon tries to put that up. It is not going to be a successful shot, and Houston will get the rebound. They're still up by 1. Uzan going to bring this back across middle of the court. Uzan lined up right now, kicks this one out to Cryer. Cryer ends up giving this one away. A turnover as Cryer loses possession. There's a pass to Martin. Martin finds his way inside, and he will be fouled on the shot. Elijah Martin draws the foul. Joseph Tugler has to hit him to stop the play. And so a pair of free throws coming your way, courtesy of Elijah Martin, to take the lead with less than 1 minute left to go. 46 seconds on the clock. Elijah Martin goes to the stripe for 2, ladies and gentlemen. How about that? What's up, guys? Almost 3,000 people watching this live stream right now. If you're out there and you're digging it, hit that thumbs up button, guys. There's the shot. The first free throw will fall. It's all tied up at 63 all. Thank you for the $5 super chat, Father Time. He says, this is your mission. Games no longer matter. Ask me how I know. How do you know, sir? Appreciate you. There's the shot. The second shot will fall. The score is 64-63, y'all. 64-63, the Florida Gators now have the lead. This is the first lead for the Florida Gators since it was single digits at the start of the game. The national championship game has not disappointed, ladies and gentlemen. It really has not. This has been pretty crazy. Trademark saying no overtime, please. Houston, please. Beatbox, I see you guys out there. All right. Drop your team colors, guys. That's what I'm going to ask. So drop your team colors in hearts. You can copy and paste mine. If you're a Houston fan, feel free to copy and paste the hearts. There it is. I see you guys. Let's go. What up, Che? What up, Shay? We got Che and Shay. You got Pink Texas in the house. OTGs. Let's go. I see you guys. Appreciate y'all. Let's have some fun, ladies and gentlemen. 46 seconds left to go in this game. This is the conclusion of the championship game right here, right now. You're watching Football Nation. I am your host. My name is Mario. Let's do this. All right, guys. 46.5 left to go. Houston trails by 1. The Florida Gators looking to get another championship here. Houston just happy to be here for the first time in 40 years, honestly. Crazy how they lost that lead. All right, guys, 35 seconds. Houston has possession. They're down by 1. Uzan finds Sharp. Sharp off the dribble. Sharp going to the right-hand side. Clock running out. There is hands in the lane, and this will be a turnover. Emmanuel Sharp will lose the ball, and that will go down as a steal for Will Richards. Oh, this might have to be reviewed once again, though. I think that might be off Emmanuel Sharp's knee. I think it goes off of his knee, guys. I think this is going to be Gators' ball. It's going to be another official review. 26.5. And we're going to go to another official review. Here we go. This is crazy, dude. Like, this is bonkers. This is bananas. Emmanuel Sharp, there's the knee. I don't know. It kind of looks like it might go off the wrist right there of Will Richard. Does that go off of Will Richard's wrist, or is it Emmanuel Sharp's knee? Florida Gators will win. Houston, if you don't win. Okay. All right. Will we get overtime? Yes or no? Official review happening right now, guys. We're getting an official review at this moment. You're not missing any of the action. I promise to bring you every moment as it comes. They are reviewing this, though. And they're taking another look. Does it go off Emmanuel Sharp's knee? Which I think it does go off of his knee. So we're still in the middle of a review. After review, the out-of-bounds call is confirmed. It is Florida's ball. Florida Gators get the basketball. And the Florida Gators up by 1 with no shot clock left. Let's see what Houston chooses to do here. It's time to start fouling. They're down by 1. Houston has to get into the foul. I mean, they're in the bonus here too, right? So here comes the inbounds. And we saw what Houston was able to do against Duke on those inbound passes. They made it so difficult for them to inbound. And there it is. There's the foul. No foul yet. 24 seconds. Full court press. And they might have just coughed it up. They did not. Does he step out of bounds right now? They said foul. So Aberdeen gets fouled. Aberdeen's going to go to the stripe at this point. He's going to shoot a couple of free throws. Come on, Cougars. I see you, Michael. He was in bounds. There was a foul right there. Good call by the official. Okay, Aberdeen lining up to shoot a couple of free throws right here, right now. Aberdeen's first free throw misses off the back of the rim. The first free throw for Aberdeen is no good. And the score will remain 64-63. Here comes the second free throw, ladies and gentlemen. The first free throw is no good. 70% free throw shooter, and he misses that one. Here is the second one. Aberdeen's shot will fall. Timeout called immediately there for Houston. Maybe not. Looks like just silence. Yeah, Houston calls that final timeout. Okay. Cool. Tight. We are live coming at you from San Antonio, Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching Football Nation. We got over 4,000 people watching this live stream right now. Almost 100,000 total views today as this stream has gone on. Thank you guys for your time and your attention. I hope that you guys appreciate all the content that I put out there. So it's not just about calling the games, guys. During commercial breaks, we like to read some chats. We like to read some stats. Today in this game, On the court right now, we've got Richard, Condon, Clayton, Martin, and Houck. So Houck is the only other person that's not a starter that is out there right now. These are all of the most focused on benched players right there. Thomas Houck today, 5 points, 5 rebounds. The rest of the starters in this one, y'all. Excuse me. The rest of the starters in this one, Chinyelu not on the court right now, but Condon, 12 points, 7 rebounds. Will Richard showing up today, 18 points, y'all. 18 points and 8 rebounds. Walter Clayton Jr., late to the game, he put up 7 points. Elijah Martin as well. Excuse me, Walter Clayton has 11 points. Elijah Martin has 7. Anyways, not that any of that stuff matters. Not this stuff, none of the other stuff, none of these additional facts or stats or fun things that I like to show matters. What matters is these final 19 seconds. 19 seconds left to go, y'all. Are you with me? Here we go. Houston has to inbound this basketball and then get a bucket to tie it up. Are they going to go for the tie or are they going to go for the win? Houston off the dribble. LJ Cryer, you would expect no one else. 10 seconds left to go. Uzan with ball in hand. Uzan looking for Cryer. Cryer with 7 seconds left to go. Finds Sharp. Emmanuel Sharp. Someone has to touch it, and that is going to be a messed up opportunity. This is going to be the final, and the Gators are going to win this game. Sharp went up to take the shot and then didn't pull the trigger. He hesitated on his shot and let the basketball bounce on the court as he went up. So the Florida Gators will win the national championship as Houston crumbles in the final moment. Talk about an anticlimactic shot, and Sharp knows that that is 100% on him. Emmanuel Sharp had the moment right there to seal the deal and be the biggest hero that Houston has seen in half a century. And instead, the moment was too big for him. The Florida Gators win this game by 2, 65-63. They're showing this one more time. They drew this up. Will Cryer went up, and it was Emmanuel Sharp who went up and just didn't pull the trigger because Condon was on him. Condon was on him, and Condon was about to swat that basketball. Wow. Anyways, that's how this game ends, guys. That is it. That's all she wrote. Hey, man, I really appreciate you guys watching this live stream with me. Just thanks for being here, y'all. We're going to be live during the basketball season. We will be live for NBA. Thank you guys so much for watching this live stream. I'm going to leave this open for just a little bit. If you guys have any questions for me on my side, very much, yes, sincere. Yo, bro, give us a shout out. What's up? That's AJ Sincere. What up, AJ Sincere? Shout out to you. Hi there, saying thank you. Thank you. Go Gators, says Recess Diary. Raging Cajuns saying Houston is crying. They are. Cryer the Cryer. Uh-oh, says Dustin Barlow. Trademark saying quick money. Lucy Lou saying Gators. Braxton saying hello. What up, Braxton? How you doing? Antonio Cleveland saying Florida, we back. Rest in peace, my 500. You're welcome, Nicholas. You're welcome, sir. Appreciate you. Oh, man. What a day. What a day. You guys are awesome, man. I appreciate y'all so much. Cinderella teams don't win anymore. Great job. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you, Michael. I appreciate those kind words. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Disc Golf. Thank you, AJ. Thank you guys so much for watching. All right, guys. Well, that's it, man. That was it. That's the final score of this game. Florida Gators win this one 65-63. They're going to go ahead and celebrate. Guys, come back for more. Check out some of my other content out there on YouTube. Would love it if we could get some more viewership as the season goes on. This off season, waiting for football, cannot wait. And basketball is almost there, guys. Thank y'all so much. Love y'all. I'm going to go ahead and dip out. You guys have a great rest of your evening. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. I'll see you guys super soon. Be sure to check us out for the for the NFL draft. I will be live for the NFL draft. Okay, you guys have a great night. Peace.